And we're back, he says. Yep, we're all good. We're up and running. Welcome back. We're going to continue the stream that we did last Wednesday, where we started a farm. And I say a farm loosely. It's a couple of patches of dirt at the minute. But I did say in that stream that I would show you at the beginning of this episode sort of my private farm that I'm doing with friends. So that's what we're doing. Let's jump out of here and go into Sky View. And we're going to head over this way. So same map, same principle. And the reason I'm doing the roads in the live stream last time a bit curly in that is because originally on this map I started out like this. Very square, very open. This is... Ignore this side. This side's my friend's farm. Nice and tidy, as you can tell. Yeah, so I started off with this. A lot of this I've started to delete and remove. But it was very open and square. And I was like, I'm not over keen with that. So what I did do is start to rebuild over in this corner. And as you can see, we've got a lot more shape going on here. A lot more... It's a bit more challenging to drive around. So I've made the roads quite countrified. Bit overgrown, a bit narrow. I like that. I think that sort of... You can't just charge everywhere. You have to actually drive somewhat sensibly. Which could be a challenge. But yeah... So I'm slowly rebuilding, and I just think having these bends and turns and things in the lanes makes it feel much nicer, much nicer. So I've got a little yard over here with some pigs, and there's some goats right back here in the forest. A couple of fields coming off that yard, which I really like. So prime example, like you'd come into the gates here, you've got the pigs on the left, chickens on the right, and then there's a field. A field all planted up, growing nicely. Carry on around here, we got a new sort of area where we've built some greenhouses. And then if I continue completely round, I've started to build my yard. And I love the fact it's on different levels. So if we come in here, look, we've got a ramp going up to the higher level. And then I'm going to build, that's going to be filled with bushes and trees, a bit like this. So it sort of disguises that hideous, because there is a hideous drop there, obviously, when I've done some terraforming. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to sort of stick with this feel in our stream. Talking about that, let's get over to our patches of dirt. Exit please, game. Thank you. We want to go back to our dirt. So career, where did I put it? Right down here, I think. Yep, number 19. Let's jump in. Have I added anything? Yeah, we got a chicken coop. We can add that. That's new. We'll add that. We'll add that. Oh, you can see how many mods I've got. I'm a bit obsessed with mods. I just think they add to the gameplay, having all these new bits of equipment and buildings. I'm not like, if I can get away with not using a base game building, I will. Just can't help it. I like to be a bit different, clearly. Have a quick sip of my tea. It's actually warm today. I'm going to drink it when it's warm. 100%. That was really quick to load. You can tell there's nothing on this map. So last time we left off, we'd managed to do... Wait, if I go the right direction. This. We'd bought this plot of land. We'd put 3 fields in. I think we've planted up one of those fields. One of those fields is planted up. We put a little bit of road in. We got some more bushes to go in and some fencing. Fencing's probably going to come later because that costs money. And we can't afford it at the moment. We've only got 10,000. I'm thinking the plan is we'll get the fields planted up. It's going to be a little bit of an income. We'll keep the sawmill loaded up. And I'd like to... My plan is to get the next size up sawmill. Because it's going to process things so much quicker. Let's have a look. What have we got? What are you? Sawmill. 50. If we can get 50,000, we can get this bad boy here. And I think that's a good start. That's going to process a lot quicker than that one. So we're 1/5 of the way there. We've got this little tractor that's still got the winch on the front. We probably don't need to take the winch around with us, so I'm going to drop that off there. We're going to get this field planted up. Now, I presume we put wheat in there, right? I'm almost positive we did. I will double check. Yes, wheat. Should we do all wheat? I feel like sticking to one crop at the moment is probably a good idea. Right, let's do the headlands first. There we go. Yeah, sorry I'm a little bit late with the stream. That you can blame OBS for that. I use OBS all the time for recording my videos, and then I used it last week for the live stream. Everything's been fine for years. And then all of a sudden today it decided, do you know what? I don't want the colours to be what they are on screen. It was just really washed out. The game looked vibrant and bright, and then the streaming screen looked all washed out. And do you think I could figure out how to fix it? I've updated my drivers, I've updated that, I've restarted the computer. And I say I did. My partner did. I just went, oh, help me. I just went off and made a cup of tea. You don't have access to this land. Is this not our land? Are you sure, game? Are we like right on the border? The game can be very finicky whether it like you're right on the border or not. Let's try. No, we don't have access to that land. Okay, let's go that way a bit then. When do we get access to that land, game? Oh, there. Okay, yeah, so we've sort of gone over the line a bit. That's not our land. We may have ploughed it, but that is not our land. Whoops. Let's get the... Yeah, see... And we can't really see because if you look at the map, it's split up into 4. So you can have a version of this map where that is a plot of land. But I always feel like that's too big to have straight away. Yeah, here's a massive plot of land. So we've got it so these are split into 4. But obviously there's no line for those. I think if they're going to do this version with the smaller squares, we still need those lines to tell us where it is. And as you can see, we are really, really on the border there. But that's because I think it goes by the middle of the plough, like the centre. So as long as the centre's not over the line, it'll plough, even though the outside of the plough is clearly a long way off your property. Right, I'm going to try and go back over and see if we can go right to the edge of this field. Which we can. Perfect. Oh, this is such a small cedar. I was lucky on my private game. A cedar came into the sale quite early on, quite a big one. And I've pretty much not changed. I've just used that one forever. It's a direct drill. It puts a first layer of fertilizer in. What more could I want? Yes, I could have bigger, but I always find going too big is actually more awkward. Especially with the types of fields I do that aren't just big giant squares. So I think middle ground is always sort of what I favour with equipment. Now we could set the worker up to do this, but that would cost us money. And we haven't actually got anything else to do at the moment. The sawmill's got plenty of stock in it. That's going to carry on doing what it's doing. If we can get... I figure doing all 3 as wheat to start with just means when it comes to harvesting, it's fairly straightforward. That's my thinking behind it. Now, if I'm correct, we are actually leasing this cedar. We didn't buy the cedar. Because I am allowing leasing. I like a bit of a challenge. Like, we're currently £500,000 in debt. In my head, we took out a loan to buy the land and set up the little sawmill. So we may have £10,000 in the bank. But by no means is that ours, if you think about it. We're still £490,000 in debt. So leasing is going to be our friend to start off with. Once we get that bigger sawmill in, I think we should start seeing the money come in quite quickly. Oh, I know we will. Because it'll produce wooden products. You get normal beams, long beams, and beams. Normal planks, long planks. Missing a bit. Normal planks, long planks, and beams, which all sell for very good money. And it also produces wood chip. Wood chip is the secret money maker in this game. I've never done wood chip in previous versions. But Poplar, oh yes, Poplar makes good money. And I definitely want to get into Poplar on this farm. Just because if you think about it... Oh, sorry, a bit too early there, game. You didn't like that? I think all year round, the price for wood chip is a bit rubbish. Apart from 1 month. 1 month in the entire year. Which is lovely. But when you're harvesting a massive field of poplar, you then have to find somewhere to store it. And without mods, you can't store wood chip in a silo or anything. There we go. So we've done the headlands. That's good. Headlands. Yeah, but I think with some of the modded silos, you can actually put wood chips in. But I still don't, because I feel like if that was realistic, the game would have that, right? Surely. I'd imagine you could just unload it into a shed and then load it up when it's time to sell. Well, I have to admit, I just leave it in the trailer. I put it undercover in the trailer, and then when the time comes to sell, off I go, make a load of money. And I mean a load of money. Alright, let me put it on the worker a second and I'll show you. So if we go to prices, and we go all the way down to the bottom, there's wood chip. Yeah, see? January, £1,623 a litre. But it drops right down in July to £510 a litre. Like a third of the price. So just if we have to harvest here, keeping hold of it until January is definitely the way forward. Wooden beams, again, that sells for £8,820 in September. It does drop down, but if you look at the difference, in the cheapest is August, £8,718. You're not actually, it's not that much different. You can sell those all year round. And I think you'll find the same with long planks. Long planks, highest price, 5,823. Lowest price, 5,796. So when you look at wood chip and the difference between the prices, wooden products, not so much. Planks, I think, does vary. Yeah, so lowest price, 3,432. Highest price, 4,290. So if you're going to keep any of them back for certain times of the year, planks would be good. But long planks and beams sell all year round. No problem whatsoever. How are you doing there, Mr. Worker? Or Mrs. Worker, isn't it? It is, Mrs. Worker. Sorry, I do apologise. Let's have a look how much wood's in our sawmill. If I can remember. I was set. Being blind. Having a moment. We've got 8,000 litres. We can get 14,000. Which obviously we need the tractor for. You carry on with that a minute. That's not going to cost us too much. Although she is... Wait. Go to settings. So if you don't want... The game basically has this setting enabled. AI workers right at the bottom here. Fuel. They're going to buy fuel as they work. We don't want that. Seeds. They're not going to use the seeds you've got in there. They're going to buy seeds. We don't want that. Fertilizer. Same principle. If they're fertilizing, they'll buy it rather than using what's in the hopper. We don't want that. So we'll turn all of those off. And as you can see in the top right now, our money has stopped going down. Which is brilliant. Because we don't want the money to go down. Now, I'm thinking... Eventually we're going to want to extend those fields or clear some area for animals. Because I do think animals like sheep... Sheep are a really good money maker. If you think the main... Cows, not so much. I love doing cows. But one of the biggest incomes from them is like milk. Now, most of these, if you do a cow pasture, so just a big open field, it doesn't produce milk. It just produces the cows, which again, you can make a nice profit on by buying them young, selling them when they get older. But with, not pigs, sheep, for example, sheep and goats, they produce goat milk and the sheep produce wool, even if they're in a cheap pasture. Like, that's £14,000. And that'll start producing a product straight away. So I'm not hating that idea. I would like to start clearing some of these trees along here, so we can get a road running along. Maybe it'll meet up with that road as that road comes by, and that can go onto it like a T-junction. And we could have a sheep pasture here. We've got plenty of space. Where are we going to get the grass from, though? Maybe we'll plant this one up as grass. That might not be the worst idea. So yeah, let's get some trees cleared. Whilst our workers planted that field. Oh, that's our plough. Oh yeah. I was going, what is that? That is because Toxic in the last stream decided brown was a brilliant colour for that. It seems to be shaken. Is that because I touched it? Yes, okay. Interesting. Right, that's still there. That needs to move forward. That can go in, right? And we want to clear some space along here. Which we do have the most annoying trees in the world on this map. This is the only thing I don't like. These things. These are like 4... Can I cut you out completely? No. Yeah, they've definitely changed the saw lumberjack mod. With the lumberjack mod originally, I could go down till it went red, cut it, and the tree would disappear completely. Because these trees are a bit of a pain. They just fall into these 4 sections, which are too heavy for us to pick up by hand. Although, that one's not. There we go, that can go in there. Surely if we can pick that up, we can pick all of these up. No? Oh, that one we can. They just seem a bit flimsy to be winching. The big trees we're definitely going to winch with the tractor, but I might cheat a little bit with these, just because I can pick some up and not others. And I'm going to pretend I'm a strong farmer. And I'm going to put on super strength just so we can move these tiny little bits. Like, I'm not going to do massive pieces like that because there's no way we would actually pick those up in real life. But we'd probably struggle with one of those, he says, being one of the weakest men around. Right, grab that. Perfect. And then, is that all of them? Yes, but we've got all of these to clear. Not going to lie, I did like it when this mod allowed us just to cut them out and they just... Oh, there, see? That one's gone red. So, for example, if we didn't want to mess around taking these backwards and forwards, which we do, but I'm going to show you so you know that you can do it. If you go down to this red, click and hold, and it'll start cutting, and poof, gone. If you don't want to mess around with those little trees that fall into 4, you can do that. We're not going to do that because I am using super strength, and we do really need the wood. Although I did forget to take that stump out that we just cut out. So you can actually get rid of stumps with the lumberjack mod. I explained this in the last stream. Wait for it to go red, click and hold, and bosh, there you go, all gone. Right, let's get these over to the sawmill. Just keep topping it up. I suppose we could get a trailer and I could lift them onto the trailer and move them all at once. But the trailer's going to cost money and I don't particularly want to spend money on it yet. The sawmill is the bigger sawmill's my aim. Because it just processes, is it 10 times faster than the little sawmill? And the little sawmill is making us money, but the big one's going to make us a good amount of money quickly. Then we can get the poplar in the ground. Because I do want quite a hefty field of poplar. They take quite a long time to grow. I think it's probably just over a year to be ready. But it's worth it if you've got a good... Yes, the harvesters... If we look at the harvesters for poplar, they can be massive. Where is it? Forage harvesters. So you would have to use one of these for poplar, which can be really expensive. £500,000 upwards. But I always use this. This thing's amazing. It's only £85,000 and it works just as well as any of these. So if you want to save some money, go for that. Right. Where are we up to? Still clearing, right? Yep. Cutting down the little trees. Excuse me. So I hope everyone's having a good day. I was very excited when I got home from work last night. Because you've probably seen the community post. But I got my first member. I wasn't expecting that at all. My first member. So now I'm going to have to start doing... Because one of the perks of being a Roscoe royalty, which is the middle membership, is you get access to a members-only series, videos. Members-only videos and early access. So you'll notice when videos come out on the channel, before they're released officially, they're members access only because they get early access. But I've also got it so I'll do like a series for members only. I just can't decide what game to do yet. I've got quite a few games to cover on the channel. Like the last 2 days, I've had 4 keys offered to me. Which again, I love. I love opening up my emails and going, oh, a developer's contacted me. So we've been given a key for Chocolate Factory Simulator, which Toxic was talking about in the last stream. So I'm very much looking forward to that. We got to play Willy Wonka. I wish I had a Willy Wonka outfit. And then what else have we been given? We've been given, let me think about it, Airborne Kingdoms, which looks very good. I've seen other YouTubers play that. You basically build a flying city, but you've got to take into account weight distribution and things like that. That looks very good. Looking forward to that. We've also been... What else was it? There was a mall one. Mall Craze or something? It's like a mall building game. Again, very much up my street. I haven't played a mall building game for years. I remember when I was much younger, you used to get them. And I go, oh, these are amazing. If you played them now, you think they were absolute rubbish. But so yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Quick sip of my tea before it goes completely cold. Pop you in there. Yeah, so just getting back into streaming. I've never really done streaming. But last Wednesday was my first stream in years. And I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed doing it. I enjoyed having people in the comments and chatting away. Which sadly I don't have today at the moment. Maybe someone will join me. Pop that one in there. Lovely. I think they're punishing me because I was late for my stream. Damn you, OBS. Right, and then we're going to grab that one. I think that's all the small ones this in our way, right? Oh no, wait, there's another one. See, these are really annoying for that tiny piece of wood. All this effort. But every little helps. Pop that in there. And finally, one more piece. And then we'll get the tractor when it's finished and take down all these bigger trees. Or we should get that planted first. We should get the field done first and then we'll do that. We could play around with some... terrain manipulation, because I do like doing that. I like the fact this map's quite challenging, because there isn't actually, that I found, pretty much there's no perfectly flat ground to build on. It's all slightly sloped or heavily sloped. We're like building in quite a heavily sloped area here. If you look down there, you can see how much this land slopes away. And then it sort of comes down to the bottom of the valley and slopes back up again. But I like that. Like, I'm really enjoying building my farmhouse on multiple levels with ramps going down and things like that. I try and make it look as natural as possible. Right, turn super strength off. Did that turn off? Don't know. Let's find out. If I try and pick this up. Yes, it did. Good. How is our little worker doing? Oh, our work is almost finished. Yeah, we did go over the line quite a bit. You seem to be... I presume you're going to do the rest of that, madam? What do you think I'm paying you for? Going that way, lovely. Right, so how much land do we have? Because this one's on a really weird angle, if I remember correctly. I don't know how I managed it. Let's put the land up. Yes, we've gone over there, look. You can see that is not in our territory, that corner. We needed to make this one more... From that corner straight, really. To use up our land. So from there, we're probably looking there, I'd say. Would sort of square it off a bit and make it more in line with the others. But I'm not too bothered up here. We're going to start working on things over this way. We'll get the land laid out and the roads coming in, and then this field will sort of work around whatever we figure out over here. I've done the outside. What? Oh, you're just driving for the sake of... Did I miss a bit? She's going, oh, you just can't get the staff. I'll do it, don't worry. What are you seeding? That's done. What about this piece? She is being really fussy. She's completely ignoring this giant strip in the middle. Okay, we're going to take over. Stop. Turn it on. There we go. The one thing I do find with the AI workers is they take ages to turn. Because obviously they follow the GPS, which is fine. It actually works really well. I haven't had any, like once or twice I've had an issue with them crashing into things as they're doing something. Where in the old game that used to happen fairly regularly. So it's definitely an improvement. But, oh, wow. Even if you put rounded corners on, so you as a driver would just continue round in one swift movement. The AI does not do that. The AI goes, no, this is multiple little lines, and I must reverse and change my angle for each of them. So it seems to take even longer for them to do anything. Which is fine when you've got other things to be doing, but when you haven't actually got that much to do, you sort of notice it. I wonder if I could show you on here. Let's have a look. So if I go H, put steering assist up. Yeah, this corner is going to be really handy to show you. So do that. Oh, the lines don't go all... Oh. See here, look. That line and that one, you think would just flow, right? You'd go along there and follow it along. I bet you that's a separate line. That little piece there, and then when it goes on a different angle, is a separate line. So then the AI has to rearrange and re-angle for each of them in the slowest manner possible. Yeah, there you go. You can see, it's classed as the same line, but I'm not convinced. Wait, when we go at the other end of the field, I reckon we'll have a better example. Or maybe our AI lines that we're given are different to theirs? I don't know. I wouldn't think so. I'd imagine it would just be the same, right? Surely. Wait, it's getting quite... It's only 1 o'clock. It seems really dark in the game. Oh, it is clouded over. Yeah, see here, look. This would be a line they'd follow. And then that corner piece would be a little line. And then the bit coming this way would be a little line. And... But it doesn't appear to be that way for me, actually. Let's find out. Because this line here... We'll take that. We're going to press H and 3. It's going to drive itself. Yeah, see, it changed. Can't be then, because the AI would have the same as this, right? It would follow the line precisely. Yeah, I'm not convinced. There we go. Keep going. Keep going. Is this going to continue all the way to the end? I do find, like, I love these having this in the game so we can do nice straight lines and it's lovely. But it's a bit of a, like, no hands. It's like a lazy way of farming. There we go. And we just stop there. We reverse. We choose that line there. Press 3. Off it goes. Oh no, press H. Yeah, you got to watch that. Sometimes you think you've selected it, but you haven't. You have to wait for it to turn green. And then go around there. Lovely. So yeah, they are really handy. Let's see if we can select that line. No, that one. Game. Yeah, see, it's selecting that tiny little line. Look, there's a weird little line there. Right, I want that one. I want that one. I want to press that. And now this should just follow along. So even if you make weird shaped fields like me, you can still do it. It's lovely. Much better than a square field. Square fields are boring. Toxic was saying he didn't like he doesn't think the game looks great. I don't mind it if I'm honest. I have been playing around with my settings a bit, so I don't know if it's improved it whatsoever. It does seem to have a better loading distance, does it? Wait. Because before, we had a very... No, we still got quite an obvious circle that loads as we move. Anyway, that's that field done. Let's go and do the last field. How are we doing for seeds? 181 litres. Is that enough? Possibly. I'm hoping so. Although I think we may have seeds over at the shop. I don't think we use them all. There we go, line up. Might as well use those. Get it going, turn it on, lower it down. Away we go. Wheat in all the fields. Nice simple start. I want to sort of try and do things I wouldn't do normally, like carrots and potatoes. I would avoid those because they're a pain to harvest. Like, oh yeah, I forgot that we're miles off on this thing, aren't we? If we choose that line, do that. Oh, lower it down. Is that not our land at all? Oh, it is. We're seeding. It's the corners, right? I've gone really weird angle on this field. This is what I get for talking and ploughing at the same time. Lift it up. Lovely. Then we're going to select that line there. We're going to press H, get it going, and off we go. It doesn't like that, it doesn't like that. Yeah, so there's not much of the field this over the line. It looks more on the map than it is. It'll be fine. We'll buy the land eventually. Lovely. That's that. And we're going to go down this one. He says. I just find this takes longer. Having to stop and get into line, and I could just carry on. I know it's not the professional way of farming. You should go to the end, you should stop, turn around, come back up. And I get that, because if you remember an episode of Clarkson's Farm, if you've seen it, Caleb clearly said to him, go this way, from this end to that end, back and forth, and then the machine would automatically put in the tram lines. Clarkson decided to go that way for a couple of turns and then go in a different direction. So then he ended up with all the tram lines together and then one area completely void of tram lines. So I get why they do it. Although we don't seem to have to worry about tram lines on this game. Which I find, surely that would be something you would have to put in. It's like I find it weird that if we change to narrow tyres, it doesn't destroy the crops whatsoever. Now I presume in real life that would not be the case. Surely it would damage the crops still, even if they are narrow tyres. It would just damage less crops. I'm not a farmer, I don't know, but if you know anything about farming in real life, would it? Well, that's a nice view of a tree. There we go, get the headlands done first. I reckon we'll do 2 laps and then just go up and down, up and down, up and down. Perfect, along there, lovely. We'll take that line, I think. Nope, that one. This field is fairly straightforward. I know I say I don't like square fields, but this is fairly square compared to those two. For those two, my plan is to expand this way, make them twice as big at least. Because I do think if you're going to do a field, you might as well make it bigger. Plant it all up at once, harvest it all up at once. Make it worth your time leasing the harvester. It's one reason I've gone for quite a simple crop at the moment. Because we have to lease the equipment. I could have done peas in here and I could have done green beans in the other one. But we'd have to lease a different harvester for each of those crops. And they're massive harvesters, so they probably would cost us, I don't know, 20 grand to lease? And then you think of the size of the field, it's not worth it with what you're going to get back in the long run. He says. I've only done spinach in all fair. Oh, spinach and green beans I've done in my private game. Spinach I love. I think that's a really nice one. I picked up the harvester in the sale. And you get 2 harvests out of it, which is brilliant. Green beans, fairly straightforward again. Didn't mind doing that. Harvester works very nicely. Well, we might as well do that one and then we'll start going up and down. That'll give us a nice sort of turning space this end. I don't know if when planting, would you plant up and down and then do the headlands? I know when you're harvesting you do the headlands first. But would it matter when you're planting? Because at the minute we are just driving over what we've just done. Gonna put my beacons on because I can. Not used to having a tractor with beacons. Normally, if you look at some of the cheap tractors you start with, they just don't come with beacons. And I like the beacons. I really like, if you go in the options and turn it on, and you get like realistic beacon effects. When it flashes on everything, it does look really nice. Especially at night. In the day, it's pretty pointless. But I've got them, so I will use them. There we go. Up and down, up and down. So I've added a mod. If you look in the top right now in the information, it tells us what year we're on. So we're in October year 1, where the game would just say October normally. Which is nice. Might just do like a zigzag effect. And it does give us temperature information. So we've got the lowest possible temperature of 7, the highest possible temperature of 18, and the current temperature, which is 17. All nice little information that I don't understand why it's hidden behind menus. Oh no, I've done that wrong. I don't understand why it's hidden behind menus in the game. That's really nice having... I like the fact it tells us year 1. It's nice to keep a track of how long you've been doing it. And I don't actually know if it tells you... I presume it would tell... Why are you not working, game? I didn't fold it. Is that better? Are you happy now? Yes. Wow, okay. Fussy little cedar. Can we turn around and get onto that one? Yes. Perfect. Keep drinking your tea, Roscoe, or it's going to be stone cold. Yeah, I've had a bit of a break over Christmas, and I started recording videos again this week. I have to say, I do enjoy doing videos. I may not be the biggest channel. Well, I'm not. I'm a tiny channel, and I may not get the most views, which I don't. But I do enjoy doing it. I really do. I'm sort of a gamer through and through. Self-view circle. Oh no, that's not on, that's fine. Sorry, something just caught my eye on OBS. The volume going up and down for the camera. But the volume's on mute. Just checking. Otherwise you'd be getting a weird echo right now. Echo! Turn that round. Hop onto that one. Start her off. That wasn't very straight at that beginning bit, but it's fine. Then we'll hop back up to the left here and go down again. And it saves us stopping and doing a 3-point turn. We can hop off this row onto that row in one smooth motion. Like so. Go for the furthest one, I think. And away we go. I think we're over halfway there. And that'll be the 3 fields done. Did we actually put much wood in when we were cutting those little trees down? A little bit. Not huge quantities. As I say, £50,000 is my aim. This stream, actually, I'd like to do that this stream. I'd like to get that bigger sawmill in pretty soon. I want more money coming in. It's sort of a balance, really. Hi, McWoozle. Hi, you look a little less bundled today. Bit warmer, isn't it? Yes, it is a lot warmer, yeah. I haven't got layers on today, which is nice. How are you? Right, turn that round, get the last one. So yeah, I've completely forgot what I was saying. Something. What was I saying, McWoozle? I just saw it. I just saw a comment for you and I thought, oh, I've got a viewer, yay! That just threw me off completely. I'm just planting some wheat at the moment. Go around to that one. There we go. Oh, lower it. Cruise control, away we go. Good, thanks. Glad to hear it. Oh, I've gone terribly wrong. Look at that. Try that again. Right. H3. V is down already. Lovely. Away we go. I managed to drink my tea before it went completely cold, which is lovely. So yeah, I think we'll get this field planted up. Then we're going to move on to November, which will give us a little bit more money. That one, 3. Yeah, see, when I concentrate, I can do it. I kept looking, but the one time I decided to go and do something is when you obviously started. Yeah, I was a little late to make rules. We had issues with OBS. Didn't want to play ball, so I was planning on getting on at 3 o'clock sharp. And then OBS went, no, that's not happening. Because that's technology for you. Works perfectly when you don't need it to. But when you do... Or maybe it's just me. Maybe technology just hates me. There we go. One more strip on the left. We're well over. I reckon we've only got 5 runs to go on this field. Lovely little cloudy sky there. Better late than never. Yeah, that's true. Very true. I was determined to get on. I haven't actually got any farming sim videos out this week because I've been doing other videos. So this is my chance to get some farming sim on the channel. Look at the dirt. I do like it all getting dirty and that. Like people, you can buy the pressure washer, which is nice, but I feel like I don't want my tractor my working equipment to look brand new all the time. Yes, I'll tell you what I do. I tend to finish harvesting and then it sort of goes quiet over the winter. So as I'm packing everything away into the sheds for the winter, I then give it a spray down. It sort of gets a wash once a year. It's not my favourite game, but I will support you when I can. Ah, thanks. What would you like to see me stream? Just out of curiosity. I sort of started with this because I figure it's quite an easy game for me to be able to play, read, and do all of that. Ah, what's it? Stop picking the little line. Pick the big one. There we go, pop it down. But I'm quite happy to stream other games if you want to see something else. So yeah, drop a suggestion in the comments and I'll see what I can do. Cities. I could do a city stream. I could, definitely. I haven't played cities in ages. Well, it feels like ages. The whole disappointment of Cities 2, and that sort of did it for me. Although I sort of almost ran out of... I don't know, I did 2 British cities, was it? And then the futuristic city... And I didn't want it to Cities 1. Yes, it would be Cities 1 if I was going to stream Cities, definitely. And I don't really do American cities. I don't really know a layout of an American city. It's just blocks, right? It's just blocks of... It's all grid-based, if I'm correct. Which isn't the most exciting thing to build, a grid-based city, really. Yep, there's your grid, fill it in, done. I'm joking. I know some people put a lot of effort into these cities. But it was a while ago. It was a while ago. Another one that's popular on my channel is Banished. The videos for the Banished series get a lot of views. A long time after I've done them. No, I always do a UK design, and I do. I think the thing is, most people will go with the area they live, sort of thing. They know that if you're going to build it, you want to build something you know. For example, I've got Euro Truck Simulator and American Truck Simulator. I favour Euro Truck Simulator, and I think it's because I live in Europe. That's where I want to drive around. Although I do want to give American Truck Simulator a go, because I know, like, when I bought that, it had just come out and there was like one state, and it would be interesting to see how far the game's come in all that time that I haven't played it. Yeah, but I think that takes more concentration, mass depth, if you take your eye off it. Oh, Euro Trucker? Oh yeah, I wouldn't stream Euro Trucker. No way. That is not a game for streaming for me. I have enough trouble. Like, if I don't concentrate on driving, I crash anyway. So let alone if I'm trying to read and talk to people. No. Right, let's get through here. I don't know why I'm taking this down here, but I am. This is where it lives now. Over by these two fields. We'll just park it at the end, actually. Oh no, it's not ours, is it? If I do that and empty it. There we go. We can then dishook from it. Dishook? Is that a word? Go to maps. And then if I do that, return. Thank you very much. That was very helpful. We've now got 3 fields. Oh, Banished you on about. Yes, but I think that... Sorry, am I talking too fast? People... It's fascinating. People look like really into Banished. Now, Banished came out a long time ago. And I think it's the mod, mega mod and things like that that's kept Banished going. It is a brilliant game. But people are very serious about Banished. And they have very strong opinions on how you should do it. And I just wanted to make everything look pretty. That's my issue. I tend to put what it looks like over practicality. Right, let's put... Should we put the winch on? No, do you know what? We're going to move on to November. Get a bit more money in the bank. Let's start at 7. I like... No, 7:30. We'll have a lion. We'll have a lion. Not at all. I like the way your mind jumps around. Oh, that's good, because I can't stop that. It's always going bing, 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 bing. Oh, this is a nice misty morning. Look at that. Maybe we should have had a bit more of a lion because we can't actually see what we're doing. That's fine. We can speed it up and watch the day go by really quickly. There we go. Clouds are moving. Sun's coming up. Lovely. Mist is cleared. Slow it down. Press the right one. Perfect. No, I've seen it in games. It's great. Oh, you've seen my mind jumping all over the place. Don't drive into the tree. There we go. Right, so the wheat's up. We should probably look at fertilizing, right? Because we ploughed the grass in, so we should have somewhat of a first coating of fertilizer, if I'm correct. Yeah, somewhat. So if we can do a coat of fertilizer now, they're pretty much ready to go. We pretty much can ignore them until they're ready to harvest. So let's go to the shop. Ooh, a mower. How much is that? 8 grand. I sort of want it, but I also want to save up for the sawmill. Yes, when you discover something new, you often go off on a tangent. Yes, I'm like a puppy. I sort of plowing along, and then something catches my attention. I'm like, something new. Right, so I want... See, I don't like sprayers, really, because it's putting chemicals on. I like getting further into the game when I can use slurry and manure, but we don't have that luxury at the minute, so we are going to go with a sprayer if I can find it. There we go, sprayers. See, that one's a bargain. Let's just lease that. That can't be that expensive. 1,555. Yes. Thank you very much. It's got a nice working width as well. Working width of 24 meters. So then we're going to need some liquid fertilizer. Any particular brand? I don't think so. Not fussy. Buy. Thank you very much. And now we have to drive back to the shop. Without driving... Well, actually, I can drive over my field. So if you're new to this game, if you've got crop destruction, I can speak on, when you drive across your crops, it kills them. The first growth stage, which is this, you can drive across them. After that, after the first growth stage, you're going to need narrow tyres, or normal tyres will kill the plant. But at the minute, I can drive across them all I like, which we're going to with the sprayer. So I suggest getting your fertiliser out the way quite early on, and then you don't have to worry about driving across them. I like how the mist sits in the lowland. Like little low areas of land, the mist just sits there really nicely. One thing I will say they've done well in the game is like add in the new weather effects like that, and they do look nice. Coming through trees, like I was going to say, should we go into first person for this so I can actually see? Although I do seem to get some lag when I go into first person, but it seems okay at the minute. Maybe it depends on how big your farm is. There we go. And the interiors are lovely. Really nice. There's the shop over there. I feel really high up. I feel like my head's on the ceiling. Is this normal in a tractor to be this high up? I feel like the camera just needs to go down slightly. Don't know. Anyway, let's pick up our sprayer. Fill her up, get the field sprayed, fill up the sawmill, and again, that's pretty much all we're going to do this month. This is what... Oh, go to the right side might be a good idea. It's one of those games where if you're starting off with not a lot, you don't have a great deal to do, especially considering it's November, we're in the winter. But as your farm starts to grow, you end up with massive lists of things to do. We're definitely not going to be shorter jobs later on. Right, there we go. Fill that up. Sure the shop doesn't mind me storing my stuff here for now. Refill sprayer. Looks like you are stood on your seat. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's really odd. I feel like I'm on a... It does look like I'm stood... Yeah. I like the fact there's a passenger seat. I wonder if you play multiplayer, they can sit on that. That would be really awkward, right? They seem really close on a very small seat. I'll have to try that out. I'll have to get my friend to see if he can sit on that seat. But yeah, I find like very high. That's staples in the ceiling. That looks like staples. Have they gone to all that detail to put... Don't know. We're going to pretend they've gone to the effort of putting staples in the ceiling. Come out of that. There we go. Right, all filled up. Let's get back to the farm. Even on my private game, I've been driving backwards and forwards to the shop, and every time I think, oh, I'll cut some trees down and make a route through. And I still haven't. It's like a challenge to avoid the trees. Although, I think I found a fairly clear route. If I took that tree out in front of me, I could just drive through with no issues. That mist is going to sit there for a while, mind, isn't it? But then that mist over there is not on lowland at all. I don't know. Who knows? Let's unfold this. This beast of a sprayer. It is a good sprayer. And cheap. There we go. Unfolding. This shouldn't take long. I'm probably not going to use GPS. Lovely. Perfect. Let's go. Turn it on. Might be a good idea. So we're limited to 7 miles an hour whilst using this, which is okay. I think I'm missing the very edge of the field. There we go. Yeah, there. Oh, so, yeah, so this is weird because obviously the grass is patchy, so we've only got part fertilization. So it's actually double fertilized where the grass is and then single fertilized where the grass wasn't. Which is fine. You're going to... Oh, you are on. I was going, are you going to turn on? No? I think this is the worst field for the first application because the grass was really patchy at this point, where with the others it's fairly good. Might as well reverse right up, get right to the edges. I don't want to waste too much though, so if I go like that, turn it on. Hopefully not hit the hedges. And away we go. You can have a little map in the corner, which I like. I wish I could choose what overlay it was on. Like when you're fertilizing, it would be nice to have this overlay so you could see where you fertilized and where you haven't. I think that would be really handy. I wonder if anyone could do a mod for that. Imagine they could, right? Am I going the right direction? I have to fertilize up the middle, right? Yeah, I think I am. That's about right. Let's zoom out a bit so we can get a view of it. Tiny bit more. And that should do it. There we go. Lovely. Moving on to the next field. I feel like a plane trying to take off. Right. Line her up. Turn it on. And away we go. We've barely used any spray yet. That's good. There should be plenty in here. Good afternoon. Person turquoise waving. Hi. Hi, CS Benji 2020. Just doing a bit of farming. Fertilizing my first crop. You know what? These aren't bad starting size fields, I don't think. There we go. Go across there. Follow it around. It is odd though when, like, during the autumn and the winter, when the grass goes completely brown, but the crops are all green, the fields look a bit out of place to everything else. Like the whole surrounding, all the grass is brown, which I think is odd for me anyway, because in the UK, grass doesn't do that. It stays green. Doesn't look anywhere near as luscious, but it stays green. So I don't know. I presume this is based... Is this an American map it's based on? I'm not sure. Does grass go brown in America then in the summer? In the winter? That could be a thing. Might not be, but could be. That's all I can think of. Hello, Shagger. I see you've turned the lights on. Hi, Toxic. Well, no, I haven't got the lights on. No, I've got the blind up and the window's right in front of me. Right behind the screen, so... It'll start off like this, and then as the light goes down, I'll have to put the light on. But I do have a lamp, actually, sat in front of me waiting to be turned on. Because you did say I looked rather red and fat in the last video, which I thought was a bit rude, but... I'm waiting for Toxic to apologise for saying I looked red and fat. Right, last field, get this one done. Okay, we're being productive. We've got all 3 fields planted. They're all fertilised. We can actually ignore these now. Yeah, we can ignore these until you don't look like a fat strawberry. Today. Well, thank you. Thank you, Toxic. I appreciate that. Although I do like strawberries. Every single day for lunch, I have a banana and strawberry smoothie. You think I would get bored, but I don't. Yeah, so once these are done, we'll cut some more trees down. We'll fill the sawmill up completely, and we're pretty much done for November. Nice, quiet, straightforward November, which is good. For anyone who's only just joined, my plan is in this episode to buy a bigger sawmill. So the sawmill we've started off with is like your basic, I think it cost us £36,000. But there is one for £50,000, which processes the wood 10 times faster. 10 times faster and gives us wood chip. So I think from a business point of view, that is a smart move. Move on to that. We've got plenty of trees we can cut down and put into it. And that should be quite easy money to start off with. Have I done this field? No, I've missed a patch. Of course I did. Reverse. There we go. Try that again. Yep, perfect. That's working. And that should be it. If you're wondering why the fields look a bit patchy, it's because the grass is patchy when we ploughed it. So we got a bit of fertilisation from the grass, but not a complete... Well, I've just smashed this to pieces on the tree, and it's not even mine. Oh, it's lucky I don't drive in real life. Right, let's unload this one here, because we don't want to send it back full of our fertiliser. We have just leased this, so we'll send that back as well. Oh. Whoops. Oh, it'll be fine. Do you know what? They'll come and pick it up. We're just going to go to here. We're going to go return. Thank you very much. They've picked it up. That's all gone back. Lovely. So that is the fields done. All 3 of them. Wheat. Happy. Good. We're not going to have to worry about that now. So the wheat gets... When does wheat get harvested? Not until July and August. So an entire year, we can ignore those fields. Great. We've got nothing else to do, but that's not the point. We're going to put the winch on. We're going to cut some trees down, fill up the sawmill completely, move on. Now I just have to remember where I dumped the winch. Oh, I can see it. I can see it on the other side of the forest. There it is. And I want to go that way, right? Yes. Do. Have you had a good day, Toxic? How's your videos coming along? Right, let's winch this one in first and get it out of the way. It is short of the... You have to be It's quite a small area to put these into. Right, hop out. Hook the winch on. There we go. Lovely. Drag it along. Perfect. Happy good. Now, we're working on cutting down this end over here, all along this field. 1, we could expand it, and 2, we can put a road in if we want to. So where's it? That's quite a tall tree. We'll start with those 2 first. No, let's not even go there. Okay. Toxic's not having a good day, or... Change the subject, quick. Lovely, right. Chainsaw, please. Thank you very much. Curl it down as low as possible because we want every little bit of wood. Perfect. And then take out the stump because I'll lose it otherwise. Hook it up and away we go. I can't imagine we're going to fit that many into the sawmill. Control K, is it? Yeah, Control K to winch. Winch a bit closer. Simple as that. We'll just drag it in whole. I'll tell you about it tomorrow when you go for your first ciggy, lol. Okay, fair enough. Update me tomorrow. I've had quite a nice day. I literally went into work for 3 hours this morning. Which is nice. Get to finish early. Come home, I've had a Subway, and now I'm streaming. Right, next. Stop. There we go. Lovely. I want to be this side, don't I? Because it always falls to the left. Down as far as possible. Get all the wood we can. Oh. That's not gone quite to plan. Where's the stump gone? There. I found the stump. That's fine. We can take that out. Perfect. I'm sort of sliding down in my chair. Wait. Let me cross my legs. I like to cross my legs when I'm... That's better. I'm not going to slide now. Oh, the blind's going down. I'm going to go into darkness again. You watch. We've got automatic blinds. So when the sun sets, the blinds go down. And I've gone red again. Wow, that's bright. Wait. Turn it. Well, I'm not a strawberry. Feel like I'm glaring into the sun, though. Come on, tractor. You can put it out of there. You can't. Okay. Now, I could just cut it off. But in my head, I'm going, if I cut the tree down, it'll all work, right? Let's find out. If I cut this one down... I want a Subway, although it'll probably kill me. What a way to go. Yeah, a foot-long Subway. Yeah. Toxic has swallowing issues, for anyone who doesn't know. Subway's not that bad a food. No central heating, but automatic blinds. Yes. Yeah. That is... You have a point, Woozle. McWoozle, you have a point. The blinds are simple things. You just screw them onto the side of the window, thread your blind cord through it, and away you go. And they just connect by Wi-Fi to, like, your Google Home or whatever. So, central heating would be better. I never thought of it that way. Where are you going, tree? Oh, you've come with me. That's the one I... Oh, that's fine. I'll take that as well. 2 trees for the price of 1. Thank you very much. Right, grab that. Where can I tie this on? There, apparently. Yep, fine, that works for me. I bet this tree's got some wood in it. That sounds so bad. It does, Toxic, it does. Is that going? Oh, is it full? It might be full, actually. Yes, there's probably more than 2,000 litres in that tree. That's fine. That brings us... No, don't do that. Press Y. There we go. So once we sort of work through some of that wood, that'll go into there and fill it back up. So I think that's it for November. I think we can move on. We've got £12,653. How much are we going to make from wood if we skip forward? As I say, my target's 50,000, so we can get that bigger sawmill. I could increase our loan, in all fairness. I feel like that's too easy, though. Because the loan... There you go, loan interest. We've got £500,000 loan, and we pay £1,600 a month. The loan seems far too easy in this game. So we're 19,000. And do I actually have anything to do? No. It's processed a bit. How much is there in this tree then? Because, okay. We might have to skip through December as well. It is December though, so Merry Christmas everyone. Fields are looking amazing, right? They're happy. Growing nicely. Look at that. I like the misty mornings on this game. They're not practical for recording, but... yeah, I think we're all up together. There's not a lot I can do. Let's check out the sale. Because you should always check out the sale. Look at that bad boy. 44,000. It's got a 30-metre working width. Do you know what? If we were set up with money coming in, I'd buy that. That's not bad. Yeah. You can get some central heating for 50k, lol. Oh, can I? Actually, someone at work's renovating a house, and they want about central heat rather than radiators. The hot water pipes run through the skirting boards around the room, so your skirting boards basically become radiators. And I think that's a brilliant idea. So with a radiator, it's in one place, and the heat sort of comes out of that place. So if you put anything in front of it, or it's the opposite side of the room, not always the best. With the skirting boards, they go all the way around. I think that's a great idea. I may have to look into that in the future when we renovate this house. Oh, let's get rid of those. Hello? Red. There. We don't want stumps everywhere. No. There we go. Perfect. I am going to move on. There is not a lot I can do right now. So we're going to go into year 2. Shift said, I do have a mod that allows me to sleep anywhere. If you're wondering, the game doesn't allow you, but if you get the mod, it works very nicely. Similar to underfloor heating. Yeah, very much similar to underfloor heating, because obviously that covers the... Yeah, I suppose underfloor heating would just be as good, right? Probably better in all fairness. But then I wonder if the skirting board's cheaper than the underfloor heating. Because underfloor heating's not cheap, right? Otherwise everyone would have it. We did not make much then at all, did we? We're only on 20 grand. What's going on, game? You didn't seem to process anything then. I'm confused. You're activated, right? Yeah. Is it like a low point for selling wood? It is snowing though. The snow is the one thing that lets this game down, in my opinion, weather-wise. But you could put things in front of it. Yeah, see, that's it. Yeah, McWoozle, you've got it down to a perfect, right? The one thing we do in the UK a lot is plaster all our furniture around the edge of the room. We have small rooms. You don't have room to put things in the middle, so you tend to work around the walls. So I suppose if you had skirting board, that would always be behind your sofa and your TV unit. And so yeah, that's a valid point, actually. You'd probably just block them all away. Anyway, I was saying about the snow. The snow is lovely. It looks nice. Yeah, quite happy with it. But when the snow settles is interesting. So if I zoom out, let's see if it's happening yet. It's not. So the snow settling is very odd. It sort of works its way across the map like a blanket. It loads strip by strip by strip by strip by strip. And I don't get it. I genuinely don't. For a modding game, it's just horrendous. Please do it, game. Please show me what I mean. Wait, I'm gonna speed it up a bit. When I press the right, oh, I can't do it in this screen. That one, is it? Yes, we'll do that, and then can I go to over? It's not going to do it, is it? Come on, game. You're still snowing, so you must be loading snow in. This is the poor graphics that we were talking about last week. Yes, yeah, but I say that, like the fog and that, I actually think isn't that bad. I think it looks nice, especially with the light coming through it and that. But this is like beyond poor graphics, how the snow works. It lit just bit by bit by bit by bit by bit, like a wave across the... Surely they can do it so as the snowfall falls, it slowly builds up. Like, that's how it should work. It should slowly build up around you. But it's not going to do it, is it? Well, do you know what, game? That was disappointing. You watch, it'll happen when I sleep. Oh no, we're flying now. I wasn't going to do anything in December anyway. Wait, didn't I sleep? I'm sure I slept to January. I'm going to now, though. Wait, slow down time. Press the right button. 5. There we go. Sleep. I want to wake up at 8 o'clock. The whole game looks about 20... Don't start, Toxic. It looks lovely. I don't know what you... Oh, wait, so now it's all frosty, look. Doesn't that look nice? You have to admit the fog looks nice though, Toxic. Say that for me. Say a positive for this game. We were just discussing before you came on, actually, what other games I could stream. Mick Woozle would like to see me do City Skylines. Do you have any suggestions? Right, we're up to 28 grand. Oh, we're getting closer. Getting closer. Why is that tree not going in then? Are you seriously telling me there's too much wood there? Wait, I'm going to cut one of these off. Oh, there we go. It's gone. Yeah, it was just having a moment, clearly. Yeah, to be honest... Oh, no, he hasn't responded yet. I'm waiting for your response, Toxic. Let's go and get some more trees. Fill her back up. Oh, see, in the winter, that's the way to see the tree stumps. They go completely white. There's some over here as well, right? Yep, there's one. I see you, my little white tree stump. And I'm sure there was one more. There is, there. Perfect. Away with those. I'm going to take that big tree down there. These two need to go as well, actually. We could probably do those together. Or just... positive. Thank God you're streaming it now. I know not to buy it. That's positive for me. That is positive for you. Yes, Toxic. Right, off with that. Lower that down. See, I have to say I really enjoy this game. It doesn't bother me that it's not the best looking game. It's relaxing and like, it's nice just pottering around. Don't get me wrong, it gets quite stressful when it's harvest time and you've got 10 fields to harvest and animals to feed and stuff like that. But majority of the time, it's nice and chilled. Can I get that? Don't know why these stumps always break into two, but they do. There we go, lovely. And then that one. No? Come on, stump. There we go, lovely. So if I grab the winch, and then we'll winch this one first. And if I press K, I can do it from out here, right? Clearly got a remote control. Is that... I've gone too far, right? Can I join you onto there? Yes, perfect. So those two are on. We're going to press Control and K, pull them a bit closer. And as easy as this, we're just going to... Look at all the stumps I've left. Oh, it's like having my friend Josh on here. Whenever he's building by me, there's stumps everywhere on my art. It drives me insane. Well, I need to get them. Maybe one of the newer city builders, like Banish, that may get you bigger audience too. And it doesn't bother me about a bigger audience, if I'm honest, Mick Ruzel. I do this because I enjoy it. If I get an audience as I'm doing it, great. I'm not going to specifically play games just to get bigger views. Prime example of that is my other channel. Justy Blocks. I was doing Creatures of Sonaria on Roblox on that, and that was getting really good views, and it was growing and growing and growing. Well, I wasn't enjoying doing it, and I could have carried on just to get more and more views and build it up. But I'd rather come back to this and do what I'm enjoying. It's been 2 years, has it, since I posted on there? And I still get people in Just Roscoe comments going, oh, when are you going to post on Justy Blocks? The answer is, well, I'm working full-time and I only have the option to do one YouTube channel. It will always be this channel. There we go. Take those out. I'm sure I took these out before. I didn't leave them in, did I? Did I actually leave all the stumps in? I think that's it. Perfect. So how much more wood do we need? None. That's pretty much completely full. That was almost the perfect amount. Amazing. Well, that was December done with. If we go over to the field, let's check it out. We didn't roll it, did we? Yeah, so... Oh, we didn't lime either. What am I doing? It all costs money, though. That's the issue. So, if you look at the bottom right, it tells you Farmland 49, owned by me, crop type wheat, its growth stage is growing, a yield bonus plus 57%. So that's from fertilizing it, the 2 applications of fertilizer. Or 1 application, 2? Is this one got 2? Did that have a lot of grass on it? Let's have a look. No, we're back over this way has got 2. So it should change from 57 to 80. There we go. Fertilize 100%. But it does need lime. The field needs lime. And we should have rowed after we planted. Rowed this season. And that would have gave us even more yield bonus. So we've currently only got a yield bonus of 80%. which isn't bad considering we've not actually done a lot to this field. That's great. Banished or cities, then for a change, or the driving game you mentioned. The Euro Tracker, are you on about? As in the driving game I mentioned? Yeah, again, that we can't... Oh, police simulator, gas station simulator. Wow, you got loads there, Toxic. Dustland deliveries, chocolate factory simulator. I've actually got that. They've given me a key for that. Barista simulator. All good, all good. I tell you what, I was saying earlier, Toxic, I've been giving keys for... What have I given? 3 other games. Yes. Yes, McWoozle. Yeah, McWoozle's. So McWoozle's suggestions are Banished, Cities, as in City Skylines, or Euro Tracker. And then Toxic has given me an entire list. Police Simulator. I love Police Simulator. If Toxic was actually... had his channel up and running, I'd so do a multiplayer stream of Police Simulator with him. I mean, I'd be in charge, of course. He'd be my little... I'd be like the sergeant and he'd be the constable. Is that the right terms? One's in charge of the other? I don't know. Don't see police very often anymore. It's all these like fake police. PCSOs, is it they call them? Was trying to think of games that don't take 100% concentration. Because you know me so well, Mick Woozle. You know, like, if I'm not concentrating, it could go all terribly wrong. Oh, there's a deer. There's a deer. Hello, deer. Can we get closer? Look at that. We've even got wildlife. Oh, there's a deer's bottom. Oh, no. We spooked it. It's gone. Have a good day, Bambi. Right, we're in January year 1. Okay, so that's nice. I thought it would change at the beginning of the year, but it doesn't. It actually changes from when you start the game. So we're still in year 1, which is nice. We don't actually have anything to do. That's doing its thing. These are growing. We're going to move on to February. And before we do anything in February, I'm going to make a quick cup of tea. It will be a quick cup of tea. I will be back. Anyone who watched my last stream knows I'm coming back. But let's move on for a sec. Let's go. Actually, I'll tell you what I could do. Rather than shutting it down completely. So you've got something nice to watch. We'll put the speed up a bit. And you can just watch the day pass by. And I'll be back in a second. And I'm back. And we're still in January. The snows came. I don't know if any of you saw how the snow arrived. Oh. Is it still loading? Am I going to catch it? It waited for me to go and make a drink. Yes, all the way across. I've just missed it. No, I haven't. It's happening. It's going now, look. This is how it does it. Oh, it's just so bad. Shock horror, although I've actually have a sergeant and also have 10 years highway experience, but whatever, control freak, you can be in charge if you want. I'll just put out the cones and clear up the mess. Look at that. That's horrendous. Oh, I can't look at it. I've lost my farm. Where's my farm gone? Hello? Never mind. There we go, I'm back. It just pinged onto the screen like a game from out of the 80s. Yes, that's what it reminds me of, actually. The snow, how it... Don't get me wrong, it looks nice. And when you drive through it, you get... Yeah, like, it has the whole effect from your tyres and the weight of your tractor. Lovely. And you can even buy plows and plow the snow. Like, I think it looks quite nice when you drive through it. I think it's really effective. It's just how it loads in is horrendous. I really do like the look of the snow. I think that looks nice. And the fact you can plow it and that, lovely. But it shouldn't load in like that. Nah, I'm good. I used to enjoy putting out ETM and dealing with dead people. Lol. We'd find a balance. You can definitely drive. I'll just be the passenger. Because everyone's seen me drive on games, and that is not how the police should drive. Right, Shift Z, let's go to a nice, beautiful, fresh, crisp morning. And I should probably slow time down as well, because it's moving quite quickly. 7, isn't it? Yeah, see, I got it right that time. We're up to 35,000. We only want 50,000. That's good. This is looking lovely. Wasn't the snow going away? Is it loaded back in again? Oh no. It's still unloading. So even when you speed up time, it still goes boop, boop, boop. No, not looking at it. Now I'm thinking, because we do have this bit of land here. Wait, I've lost my farm. I can't see. Oh, here we go. We do have this bit of land here we own, right? This side of this road. That's ours as well, because if you think about it, we've got a square. So let's say that's the corner of our square. We own this bit as well, which we could turn into fields. I'm thinking Poplar. That might not be a bad idea. It's going to be on a complete different angle to that, because I'm going to try and work from here. Go straight up to the edge of our area. That field's just temporary, I think. I think that would be a good idea. If we can get the Poplar in, makes good money. Are you playing this on a Spectrum? Commodore 64, eat your heart out. I used to love the Commodore 64. There was a game on the Commodore 64, a Viking game called Hemdall or something like that. It always reminded me a bit of that kids program Nightmare, where you sort of had Vikings, but you were in a room and you had to control them. One of the things I remember is like there was a maze, like a plain room, but the floors had traps in the tiles, so you had to walk round step by step, and it reminded me of a Nightmare. Oh wait, I'm stuck on the road. So yeah, downside of this modded plough, does not like roads, not at all. The snow was horrific. It was. It looks nice once it's here. It's just the arriving and disappearing that's the issue. Right, I'm going to go down to the other field. Try not to run over a deer. Oh! Oh! No, that wasn't my fault. He ran in front of me, right? Oh, there's loads of deer. Well, they're not going to be happy once I cut their forest down. It's nothing personal, dear. Right, so if I come here... That bit of road's going to annoy me, isn't it? And I want to sort of go up that way. Oh god, the grass is coming back now. Oh, I can't cope with this plough. Wonder if I put it down like that, will it do it? A bit. So, right, we want to go straight up here. Let's fold that back up. If I just go in a straight line, obviously avoiding trees. Does this mean we're running along the edge of our territory? Yes. Okay, that's perfect. Great. So I trust the tree to be right in my way. So just keep going this way. And then if I go to there, I'm going to say that's not bad. We've gone a bit wonky, right? Now we want to turn that way, do we? Yes, okay. Like that. I think that's about right. I need a new motherboard. Why do you need a new motherboard? You've just bought a load of stuff for your PC. What do you need a new motherboard for? Well, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to let it go in a straight line. We're going to keep an eye on the edge. So it's going to the right a bit. So we'll turn it slightly. You don't own this land. What? Oh. Oh, that would be an issue. Oh, yeah. So maybe not best for Poplar. Because we want quite a big field. So if I go this way, yeah, that's running directly along that line. How have I managed? Okay, that's fine actually, because it could be quite a long field. I've got my cup of tea, I'm happy. I was thinking if I get one of those big flask-like cups that keep it warm, I wouldn't have to pop out then, would I? Toxic. Mine has a dodgy RAM slot. How do I not have access to this land game? Literally the land in front of me is mine. Don't give me that. Oh, there we go. Dodgy RAM slot. So I'd like an MSI Meg Z8Z70E Godlike, but they're £1,200. What a great idea. What, yes, my flask. That was your idea. You said about a flask, so I didn't have to keep popping out and making drinks. Oh, we're miles off our line there. Miles. Wait, if I just go here and go like that. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, that's close to that road. Okay, that's fine, because we won't have a bush along. Oh my god. That is like the least straight ploughing I've ever done. There you go, Toxic. I gave you credit for the flask idea. Yeah, so this can be our poplar field. It's a bit full of trees at the moment. But we can start getting poplar in at least. I do think, unlike previous games where, let's be fair, the big money maker in previous games was silage. Making silage worked. I'm thinking if I get rid of those trees, at least that'll give us a half decent field. Oh, did I? Well, what do you know? Just... Oh, someone save me. There must be someone else in the chat. Say something. Yeah, if we get rid of these trees, we could come down here. And I reckon that's a fairly good-sized poplar field. Because it's amazing how much wood chip you get out of a poplar field. We just got to cut down a lot of trees. Now, if we had our new sawmill, that wouldn't be too bad. But let's have a look at the map a minute. That should be fairly in line with this, yeah. That's all right. We got a lot of trees to cut down, which we can do. Let's hop out. We're just going to have to winch them out of the way. I'll get you a Just Roscoe one for your birthday. I'd love that. Because I got my Just Roscoe cup. This is how sad I am. I like my own cup. I've actually got one of these at home and at work. But yeah, that would be amazing, Toxic. Please. The one thing I don't have is actually a Just Roscoe t-shirt. I should get one. I could wear it on streams. I think I've got a JR Motors, Just Roscoe Motors one, which was my Gear City series, which I did a lot of episodes for that. That was another one of those games that proved to be popular when you wouldn't think it would be as popular as it was. Cut that one down. We've got a lot of winching to do here. Take that one out. Perfect. Right, that's those. Oh, those little ones are really annoying. We'll do the same as we did at the beginning of the stream. I'll just use super strength to move those. Because they're such small pieces, it seems so pointless using the winch. Yep, cut them all down. Deforestation. That's the way to go. No, it's not. We should look after the trees. But ultimately, this is what happens. Farmers need more land. The trees get cut down. The land gets all its nourishment and that taken away, and everything fails. And I know, like in the UK, we like to sit back and go, yes, they shouldn't do this. We wouldn't allow it if it was us. Please look at the UK and look at pretty much the entirety of the UK is fields, which it would not have been originally. So we're all right sitting there going, no, we wouldn't do that, but we have done it. Echo? Is there an echo? Have I got an echo, Toxic? Maybe. I'm waiting to hear from him. I do apologise if I have. I will fix it immediately if that's the case. Right, let's grab these, bung these into the sawmill. Perfect. Oh, there's a tree there. Grab that one. I'll tell you one game I am McWoozle. No. There's not an echo. Oh, thank you. Only in this chat. Ha ha ha. Yeah, one game I am excited by, which I saw the other day that I haven't actually heard anything about it, but the new Civ game is on the horizon. Civilizations. Now, I do like that game. I've spent many hours playing Civ games, and they've added some new features which sound really interesting. So that is definitely a game I'm going to look at. I think it's out for pre-purchase at the minute. You get like a bit of bonus content and stuff like that. It's not a cheap game though, that's for sure. I think they've got, if I'm correct, they got 3 different bundles, like the base game and then another one and another one. And the top one is £100 and something, if I'm correct. Oh god, no. What? Civilizations? That's not your sort of game, Toxic. You don't like those sort of games, I know that. But I do. I've always liked Civilization. Sid Meier's games, I'm probably pronouncing that completely wrong. Love them. Sid Meier's Pirates are one of my favourite games of all time. I've got it on Steam. I rebought it because I used to have it on disc, and obviously PCs nowadays, mine doesn't even have a disc drive. But yeah, brilliant game. And you build up your armada, and you're going to find your sister, and you take down the top 10 world's pirates, and a game I always wanted a new version of that game, always, and no game ever lived up to it. Goodness, what a lot of money for a game. Yes, McWoozle, it really is. I know it's like a AAA title, but come on, peeps, that's mad. That's like console prices. It's fine. Go on to, if you do want it, check out, where do I get my codes from? PC Gamer, is it? PC Gamer? I buy codes from. It's normally much cheaper on there. That's definitely worth having a look. But yeah, Sid Meier's Pirates. And then I think they did a Pirates of the Caribbean one years later. And that was like it. It was almost identical. But it looked better and you had a lot more to... You could go on to land and do a lot more. And it was a great game. And I had that on disc. And I'd still play that to this day. But I've never found a version... like on Steam or anything like that I can play. So if anyone knows anything where I can get one of those, I'd love that. I was going to do my first video today playing State of Decay 2, but plans changed and 3 hours later I lost the will to live. Wow. Gone from the excitement of doing your first video to losing the will to live. How could it have gone so wrong? Surely it... I know... I had Sid Meier's Pirates on the Xbox. It's a brilliant game. Oh, excuse me. It's a brilliant game. And then you had Sid Meier's... I keep saying it because I think I'm pronouncing it wrong, and I'm sure it's annoying people. I had Sid Meier's Railroads as well. That was like an early Transport Tycoon style game. And I have to admit, just having his name on it makes me want it. Because every game I've played with that name on it, I've loved. So it just makes sense that I'd love any game with his name on. Really, you have to... I had SM... Yeah, you had SM Pirates on Xbox. Really, you have to ask... Oh, I know why you failed to record Toxic. I'd imagine it's because of who you live with. Alright, get the last one of these... I definitely think using super strength on these little bits is much better. And that's pretty much the new field area clear, right? Oh no, we got those ones there need to go. I like the fact that they're all snowy and frosty. Nothing at all once you cut it down. Oh yeah, we got quite a few to cut down. We got this entire... Maybe we'll cut down these little ones here, get them out of the way. Now I like these when I'm building, making hedgerows around fields and that. These are lovely because they're that in between a bush and a tree. They give you that bit of height without being too big. But that's fine because I'm not planning on cutting those down. When it comes to these ones, there's just so many to cut down. Why did you say you can't get a player version of Sid Meier's Pirates? No, not Sid Meier's Pirates. I've got Sid Meier's Pirates. Years later, I always wanted like a new version to come out, because I love that style of game. And they've come out over the years and never been great. But there was one, it was like Pirates of the Caribbean, but it was in the same style. And it was amazing. And you could go on land in that one, and you could go to shops and do different things. And it was brilliant. So it was Sid Meier's Pirates, crossed with Pirates of the Caribbean. It was amazing. That's the game that I can't find to play. Does that explain it better? I know I babble. I don't want to run these backwards and forwards. Can't I just get a trailer? That might not be a bad idea. But no, we're saving up for the sawmill. Once we get the sawmill, then we'll be able to spend money on new toys and things. It'll be lovely. We've just got to put some effort in up to that point. Ah, I missed a bit of the remark. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, so that's... I'm sure it was only called Pirates of the Caribbean, and it wasn't really heavily based on the Pirates of the Caribbean films. But it was like a rip-off of Sid Meier's Pirates, in all fairness. I like a pirate game. There was... See, I don't like... What's that? Assassin's Creed. People love that. And I loved the pirate version of that. Whichever one that was. That was right up my street. But it wasn't because of the Assassin's Creed part of it. It was because of the pirates part of it. Myers. Sid Meier's. Is that right? I knew I was pronouncing it wrong. Right, take these across. Only another 500 to go. Backwards and forwards. Black Flag played it to death. Great game. Yeah, but it was, as I say, it wasn't because of the Assassin's Creed part of it that I liked it. I actually hated keep popping back out to the modern world. I'm like, no, leave me alone. I just want to be a pirate forever. But being able to sail the ships and that was great. Games always seem to fail with pirate things. I don't know why. I suppose because there was one where you and your friends could all have a team up and sail a ship together, wasn't there? And was it the creators of Ark? Didn't they make a pirate game? But none of them had done excessively well. Monkey Island. These were good games too. McWoozle. Did you play Monkey Island back in the day? Do you know what? I'm sure the first time I played anything to do with Monkey Island, it was on... I swear it was on the Commodore 64. That was the earliest thing I remember playing Monkey Island. But yes, Monkey Island's a great game. Where was I? I was cutting down trees somewhere. Oh, over this way. Got distracted by Monkey Island. The sailing a boat management side was my favourite side of Black Flag 2. Yes, see? Being a pirate. Although I reckon you'd be quite a wicked pirate, Toxic. I'd be too nice as a pirate. Do. Yes, okay, I was right. Okay, my memory doesn't fail me. Thank you, Mick Woozle. It's really weird because, like, now my memory is horrendous. If I have to remember anything recently, or I need it in an hour, and I have to remember it for then, gone completely. But things years ago, they're in there. They're locked in deep. I can remember all of that. Oh, and they used to have battleships on the Commodore 64. That was a great game. So you'd make whoever you were playing against leave the room. You'd put your ships in, and then you'd leave the room, and they'd come in and do the same. And then you would take it in turns playing battleships. It was really good. Sam & Max was good, and so was Day of the Tentacle. I can't say I know either of those, if I'm honest, Toxic. I'm still moving these tiny little trees. I remember back on the... because my first console was a Mega Drive. I loved my Mega Drive so much. You had like Mickey Mouse World of Illusion, was it? And I remember my dad played that as much as I did. And then, of course, Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm sure on the first game, to get to the cheat menu, was it up, down, left and right, A and start together? See, things like memory's fine on things from days gone by. They came out around the same time as Monkey Island and were very similar games. Oh, I probably would have liked those then. Oh, I think our sawmill's full. We filled it with tiny little trees. We're into February. This is good. I think we're making progress. It was never going to be a quick start. If I wanted a quick start, I'd have given myself like £1 million. But instead, I gave myself £500,000 debt. See, sometimes this game looks lovely, sometimes it doesn't. I quite like the sun shining through the trees and the frost-bitten branches and that. I quite like. Maybe it looks worse on stream than it does here. I don't know. My first console was a... what? Mattel, is that? Intellivision. So was it... did you just plug it into your telly, or was it built into the telly, or... like, that wouldn't be a console then, no, would it? Did it have a lot of games? Was it popular? Because obviously, the Mega Drive was the first proper console as I think of a console that I remember. I've never owned a console. My Commodores were all I knew. Yeah, see, I don't think of them as consoles really. The Mega Drive was my first. Oh no, I suppose before the Mega Drive, did you have wait, there was one before the Mega Drive, I'm sure. Master System, wasn't it? Sega Master System. Never owned... see, I'm not really a console fan. I have to admit, like the last couple of... I haven't even got a console now, but the last couple of consoles I bought were the PlayStations with the Blu-ray player. And at the time, it was just as cheap to buy a PlayStation with a Blu-ray player as it was to buy a Blu-ray player. But I never really played games on it. I think the last game I really played on a console was The Last of Us. Well, I've always been PC. That's my go-to. I love PC gaming. It was made by Mattel and called the Intellivision. It was the first ever games console and was built in the early 70s. You're showing your age now. Showing your age, Toxic. So those 3 trees need to go. I don't think I've got any small ones left, right? And that one, and possibly that one there. Okay, so we definitely need a bigger sawmill. That's the issue, because we've got all these trees we're taking down. Oh, I'm stuck. Okay, if I leave the plough here, like that, we'll go and pick up the winch. Because we are going to have to move these trees whatever happens. Thanks, treacle. Oh crap! There's a tree there. I may have just written off my tractor. Where did I put the winch? Remind me. I presume up this way by the sawmill, I'd imagine. I've lost it. Go into first person. You won't crash then. There we go. That's better. Oh, there it is. I see it. And I remember having a Mega CD that the Mega Drive sat on. Like the CD was one side and it had a platform to the side of it, and the Mega Drive sat on it. And there was a game on there which was the oddest game ever. I think it was called... what was it called? Night Trap, I think it was called. I want to say Night Trap. And it was like watching a film of girls having a sleepover. And then people were trying to break into the house and that. And you had to press certain buttons to set off traps and capture these people before the girls died. I'm sure it was something. It was a very odd game. And then, of course, the most frustrating game I've ever played on a console was Sonic Pinball. I got so frustrated with that game. Sonic Pinball. Like, if you got past the if I got past the first level, I was happy. Oh, and what? You're taking me down memory road here. One of my favourite games from way back when on the Mega Drive, Toe Jam and Earl. I loved Toe Jam and Earl. It was just a fun game. And then I discovered PC and I've never looked back. Right, winch that in if I press the right one. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. And again. Stop talking and concentrate. K to winch. I might. Is there another one? We could try and winch another one. How far does the winch go? Probably not to there, does it? Oh, it does. Okay. Yeah, winch this one in next to this one. Otherwise, I've had pretty much every generation of console from NES, SNES, Mega Drive, Mega CD, 3DO, Neo Geo, Saturn, PSX, PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4, and PS5, Xbox 360, One and Series X. Wow, Toxic. Wow. And now, thanks to a certain pestering person, no names mentioned, I have a PC. That was me. I converted him. And how many consoles do you have now? Tell the people at home. Ooh. Oh, no, once we're going, it's fine. Tractor started to struggle going then, but... maybe I should just leave these until we get the new sawmill, because I could just winch them straight in then. It seems pointless. Because we can't plant poplar now anyway, right? I'd imagine it's the wrong time of year. Poplar, poplar, poplar. Where are you? There. Yeah, we can't plant till March, so next month. Which is 36. Are we going to have enough money? Probably not. And at Toxic, best, yes, say, Mick Woozle agrees with me. Best thing you've ever done. I bet you've never looked back. And besides, I just gave you my old PC. That's all I did. You did the rest. Ah, no, hang on. I still have a Nintendo Switch Lite. He does... Oh, wait. Wait, I do own a console. I have a Nintendo Switch to play Pokemon. Oh, there we go. I do have it. Not that I play it hardly ever, but I bought it for Pokemon and Pokemon only. There we go, and then we'll put that one on there. No, no. These are very odd, these cables. They've got the ability to move things. I feel like they shouldn't have collision on them. They shouldn't have, like... I think that's the issue. Why have the cables got collision? Alright, should we take this little tree with us if we can? There we go, we'll take them all together. Oh no, we didn't. We didn't manage it. My bank balance hasn't looked back. Yeah, toxic, fair play. I didn't give you the best PC in the world, but I thought it would do you for a year or so. He had it for a month or so before, not even that, before he started buying new parts for it. And now I think the only thing that's original is the case and the motherboard, if I know correctly. Reverse, lovely, hop out. PCs cost me more in the 6 months I've had it than buying a brand new PC. Yeah, but they're so much more fun. McWoozle agrees. Right, can I winch this little tree at the same time? I'm thinking so. If I just come to here. Is that close enough? Can you give me one off there? And then... It's not close enough. Okay. So what if I take you off? Give me that. Can I have a winch, please, game? Thank you. Hook that onto there. Then winch it in. Perfect. And then we can hook those two together. And I think that's all the trees I felled out the way. And then we've just got more trees to take down. Come on, tractor. You can do it. This is less weight than you have been doing. I might have them a little bit close. L lets them out though, right? Yes. Okay, we'll just dump them all over here. Perfect. Thank you. Wow, we've got plenty of wood ready to process. That's for sure. Yeah, we're going to have to clear all this corner. Oh, I forgot my tea. They can cost a lot, especially if you keep upgrading them. Software needs more and more to run it. I do find when a game is designed for console, they tend to be more basic. I think he's got to... Well, I may be wrong. Just my opinion. I think he's going to disagree with you there, McRoozle. I bet he does. I bet Toxic disagrees with you. He is an avid... He does always stand up for consoles, I think. Right, let's cut these bad boys down. There we go, lovely. That's coming. Oh, we got a lot of trees still to cut down. That one's got to go. And one thing I haven't considered actually is where I'm going to put this new sawmill, considering I'm turning all the ground into fields. All the available, like, clear ground. We may have to have a rethink here. Lovely. Down with this tree, and they should all go. Nope. Oh. Well, they have all been cut. They just seem to... They've made a tripod, and they're holding themselves up. Oh. From this angle, it doesn't look so impressive. But from this angle... Are you going to go? Ah! No? I bet I could climb this now, right? No? Okay. Ooh. Ooh, they are moving. Come on. There we go. It's going. How is that still staying up? Oh, there we go. I don't even think I helped at that point. I think that was just time and gravity took hold. Then all of these need to go as well. Let's start at the back. That would probably make more sense. What's Toxic saying? You definitely have less graphical options on console, but you need to spend around 1,500 plus on a PC to compete against the PS5 and Series X power, and closer to 2,000 to take on the PS5 Pro. But that's not... I see what you're saying. Well, £1,500 I don't think is expensive for a PC. I suppose it's expensive compared to the price of a console. I won't ever go back to console. I like the idea of tinkering with the PC, even if it does bankrupt me. See, completely converted. Easy as that. It was the easiest thing in the world to convert him to PC. Just go, here, I've got this old PC. Do you want it? Job done. I am now rethinking. Oh no, because we've got clear space here. We could put a sawmill over here, right? Because it's not that big. We've got several different designs. We got this one for 150. Which is lovely. And big and lovely. And then we got this one for 300. Which isn't me. Like, I don't like the style of the building whatsoever. And then we've got the modded one here somewhere. Is it at the bottom? Yeah, the modded one for 50,000. And I think that one combined with the shed looking one would work really nicely. Although it would fit there, right? We could flatten that off, pop it there right opposite the other one. Yeah, that works. And I think the wood goes in this side. Yeah, this end the wood goes in. Products come out this end, and then the wood chip comes out in the middle. Yes, okay, so we can continue cutting. I think we're pretty much that tree there. Those two there probably need to go as well. Looking at it. That one and that one, wasn't it? If I take him down now, I don't have to... it is, if you consider the PS5 and Series X is roughly 400, 450. True. This is very true. But PCs are better. And you charge for better things. But if you think about it this way, Toxic, the extra money you spend on PCs to consoles, you save again in buying the games. Because let's be fair, you know as well as anyone, the price difference in buying games for the two is quite big. There we go, cut that one out, perfect. I think I've left hundreds of stumps around, but we will get them eventually. We're bound to find them as we hit them with the plough, actually. There's one. Once I get a new motherboard, I'll think about a new case, then a Ryzen 7. Yeah, I'll run a second 460 Ti. Why is... Can you run two? I didn't even know that. I don't actually know a great deal about PCs. I just know I love them and they play games lovely and I'm happy. If I ever need upgrading advice, I will be asking Toxic. I think I want to. I think I want to get the sawmill in first before finishing this field. I think that's a good idea. So let's go forward a month. Oh yes, my Xbox games collection is well over £3,000. And my PlayStation games collection is probably another 5,000. Wow. So that gives us 43,900. We're so close. So close to getting that new sawmill. Let's go and check out our fields, make sure the crops haven't died or anything. That's another thing I think the game... Not everyone would appreciate this, but like having some of the crop fail. Because that does happen in real life. And again, I think it's one of those things, it should be an option. If you want more realism, some of the crops should fail. I don't want my crop to fail because I need the money, but... It does happen. One more month. So March. When are we harvesting? Just out of curiosity. 3 more months. So yeah, in April we can actually get enough money to buy the sawmill. We've got all the trees ready to take into it. We can get the poplar plant. We can get this field ploughed. Planted, possibly plot. I don't even need to plough it though, do I? I'm sure the poplar you can just plant like trees straight into the ground, but planting poplar takes a long time. And I'd like to leave the worker to do it. Between streams, I could leave the worker planting the poplar because it's a long process. Especially because normally they'd put a row of poplar there, they'd leave a gap, they put a row of poplar there, they'd leave a gap, they put a row of poplar there. That's not how I want it. I want row of poplar, 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 row of poplar. Use all of the field. It doesn't affect me when I'm harvesting it. Maybe if I was baling it, yes, but I'm not baling it, so I'm going to fill the entire field with poplar. So we get a lot of poplar into one area. So that's why it takes so long. So yeah, I think that's the plan. We'll go on to the next month, we'll get the sawmill in, we'll bring all these trees in, we'll plough this and get it ready for planting, and at the end of the stream, we'll start the poplar off and come back in the next stream and see how it gets on. But first, you know what time it is. It's cup of tea time. And we're back. He says, hello. Oh, there I am. I was going to say, I popped up. I was going, where am I? I'm there somewhere. What was I doing? Oh, going to the next month. Going to the next month, getting our 50,000, putting our new sawmill down. Lots to do. Yes, but if it fails in real life, the government subsidizes the farmer to make up the loss at the taxpayer's expense. I do know farmers get subsidies, yes. Because I've seen that on Clarkson's farm. And actually in here I've got a mod. If we go down to... No, if I go to factories, is it? And generators. If we come down here, we've got this sign. Which is a subsidy sign. This farm's subsidised. And we can choose. So if I press F to customise, we can have £4,000 a month, £40,000 a month, or £400,000 a month. Or £4 million a month. That seems extreme for a subsidy, I think. But, yeah. So that's nice. If you wanted to pretend you're getting government subsidies, you could. We're not going to. Because that's far too easy to make money that way. And he's back in the room. Yes, I am. Right, have I got... I've got £52,000. Let's do it. Let's spend all of it. Although we should get 36,000 back from... the old sawmill if we get rid of it. That's going to be in my way though, isn't it? Don't they get paid to not grow some things? Oh, do they, McWoozle? What do they get paid not to grow, just out of interest? I remember that from the previous version I had a front garden full of them. Oh, those signs. Really? Did you actually play Farming Simulator? Don't look at this, people. I'm not using super strength to get it out my way. It's in your imagination. Turn that off. There we go. That's better. Why would they pay them not to grow things? Just out of I'm interested now. Right, we're gonna have to flatten this out somehow and make it look somewhat presentable. Luckily, I've got it so this is free, because this costs so much money in game. Let's make it as strong as possible. Reduce it down to there, I think. And we can flatten that road out as well at the same time. Like so. Lovely. And then we're going to need to flatten this entire area out. Now we've got a bit of a bigger area to work with. We'll tidy it up afterwards. We'll just... Oh no, I've done that wrong, haven't I? There we go, that's better. Don't mind the trees. Yes, I had FS22 on Series X. I liked FS22. I enjoyed playing that game. Again, spent a lot of hours in that. Let's go right down here. 50,000. That's going to fit in there lovely, isn't it? Nice and flat, which is what we want. Do I have it right up against the road? That seems extreme. I'm thinking if we pull it back, we can have like a little hedge running along the front. Or fence or something. Might have been FS23. There we go. Lovely. So that is in. We've spent all our money. I'm not going to get rid of this one until it's empty. Because obviously we'll lose all the wood we've put into it. And then we can have... Wait, go to... We can do a bit of decorating. We've got a bit of money. If I go to others, we'll go down to the roads. Which I feel like these should be in the game anyway. We shouldn't rely on mods for things like roads. But we have, so that's that. Where am I going to put the road in? Maybe there? I know, because that's going to take you right on to that, isn't it? Maybe here, actually. If we go here. Like that. Oh, that's good. It goes underneath. Lovely. And then we can grab some bushes. And again, not putting fencing in at the moment because of the money. Change the shape of that. Make it a bit bigger. Can we put... I wish you could place these wherever you liked rather than being on a grid. I think all of the odd numbers were on console. 15, 17, 19, 21. Yes, I think you might be right. And the others are, like, mobile, right? That might be a bit much there. Can we get rid of that one? And that one? Yeah, okay. We're trying to make this look nice. The game doesn't allow me to... see, now you've replaced that one. Put that one back. Put that one in. Yeah, that's good. And these all come up different sizes where no other thing does random sizes in this game. Bush. Oh, that's a different one. I don't normally put that in, but we could. Oh, no, I've deleted the bigger one. Like, why can't I put one there, game? You tell me. That's going to be tight getting around there. We might have to have 2 entrances. That might not be a bad idea, actually. If I get rid of that one. That's... Where's the one I normally use? That one. That's the one I like. Because that fits in randomly into among these. He said, oh, see, it replaced it. I never have this much issue with bushes. What's going on? It's because I'm live streaming, isn't it? Put you back. Bring this one back down. Pop you in there. Yes, lovely. Can we get another one in the back there? Yep, perfect. Happy with that. We got one over there. Let's go to trees. Although they're going to cost me 50 each, right? That one. Is that going to take up too much space? We could make it smaller. We could do that. Which I don't hate. Perfect. And then go back to roads. Down to there. We could bring one in here so it comes up the side. Like that. So if I go... These are very much stuck to the grid, right? If I go there, and then this one can continue that way. Yep, that's okay. Perfect. That annoys me, that bit there, but that's fine. We'll live with that, because then we can put... Do I want to spend a bit of money on a fence? Maybe. I have 15 and 17 McRoozle. I don't know which versions I have. I'll have to check. What does that look like? Oh no, that's not what I want. Maybe just a nice little wooden fence. It's a sawmill. I feel like they would use wood. Where are you going, fence? Not enough money. I wasn't trying to put it there. How much does this cost then? That's over £1,000 just for that fencing. So expensive. I'm tempted just to go there. Fine, we won't put any fencing in game. You meanie. Wow. I'm sure in the last game I had like... Right, let's put some grass back in. I'm sure I had some free fencing. Oh, that bush is gone apparently. And we can put grass here. That's because you don't go near bushes. I think Toxic's referring to me being gay. Oh, right, yes, that's in anyway. We've done that. I've probably made it really difficult to drag the trees in now, but we'll give it a go. Right, let's get those 3. We could probably get those 3 little ones all at once, right? If I push that back a bit, like that, they might be close enough, actually. We'll try. If I just go to there. See, and the rain looks really nice. Things do look wet in this game when it's raining, which is lovely. That one onto there. That one across onto... fine. Do you know what? Don't... This is when I get frustrated. I just press any button. Can you go away a minute? Can we winch you in a bit closer? Then we'll grab another winch off there. Pop it on that one. Bring that in closer. And this one's annoyed me now because it's gone all the way over there. Oh, never mind. The weird winch effect has worked. I did not do that on purpose, I promise. It's just the game's a bit odd. Right, we have to avoid our plough. Oh yes, we can pull these three easy. It's very nice to start with a half decent tractor, not going to lie. Cheers, people. That tree's going to be in our way as well, isn't it? I wonder if I could drive into it and push it across. Nope. Yes. So then I drop those there. I get out. I come over to here, right? And then I press R. No? What? They're in the area. Do I have to press R here? I'm confused. How I make tree go in? Not there. Not there. I thought they just vanished into it on this one. Do I have to turn it on maybe? That might be a thing. Right, sawmill. On. Storing. Do we want... Yeah, we probably... I think at this time where we haven't got the money, we'll just sell for the time being. Because it does, the price doesn't get that affected with these sort of items. I don't know. Am I doing something wrong? Because they seem to be in the zone. Wait, I'm just going to try something in a sec. Oh, okay, so this is marked as the zone, but it's not the zone. Because if we use super strength, move it forward to there, then it disappears. So the zone is here. Why? Why is the zone there? How are you... And I've made a mess of this one, so do you know what? I'm just going to use this for a second. We'll go back to winching. Come here. There. Perfect. Okay. So now we know we have to come right up to this little bit, not that square like it says. Fine. I'm okay with that. I think that's going to process that quickly. So keep an eye on the money in the top right. I think we're going to be all right with this sawmill. Right, let's winch this one. Hello. Thank you. Oh, there's a tree stump there, look. I'm not sure how I'm going to get in at the right angle here. I have to be quite close. See? Winching's not going to work unless I go like that. No. Well, that's a pain. But technically I've winched them to the right area. Does it have to be completely in the zone? No. No, it doesn't. No, because, like, just to show you it doesn't. If you take it, this tree is massive, right? So we'll line it up. Can we go through there? Thank you. So this is just the tip of it, right? This is going to be in the zone. Oh, get off the tree. Where's that gone? Did that go in? I was trying to prove a point, game. Okay, it looks like it's just a bit fussy. Right. Pick you up. Line you up. That's not really lined up, but we'll go for it. Oh, it's not easy to control these. No, there. Step. There. Now I just want the tip of... Come here. Right, so we'll just take the tip over the edge like that. He says. But if you think about it, our tree's far too long to fit into this zone. Oh, what is going... There you go, gone. Even though most of the tree was still over here. It's just odd. Because normally you pull into... As long as you pull into that area that's marked, it would go into it. Or you dump it there and you'd have to come over here and tell it, put tree in. This one, I think this is wrong. This just needs extending out a bit more. But it is a mod, so these things happen. It's fine. We can work around it. Oh, I've broken the game now. If you ever got issues with super strength and it doesn't let you get in your tractor or anything, just put your chainsaw on and go back out. And Bob's your uncle. Works fine. Oh, it's not a very cheery day, is it? But the rain's good for the fields. I think a certain percentage of the tree has to be in the zone. It doesn't, I swear. If I was on my other save, I'd show you. You literally, as soon as it enters the zone on this one, is a prime example. That one there, the zone is inside. You can see the zone there. And as soon as the tree enters that, I literally just have to put it in, press the button, and in it goes. I just think the zoning's slightly off on that mod. What? The winch is very odd. Did you see that make my tractor move? Can I have the winch, please? Wow. Now, I've always used the winch. In the last game, I loved the winch. I think it's a reasonable price. But you're not, so nah. Yeah, I think it's a really reasonable price. And let's be fair, good way of making money to start with is processing wood. So the winch is my go-to every time for starting. Okay. Oh, you would get... Really? Okay, fine. We'll try and winch you... Come on. Yes. Okay. We're going to try and get these in without using super strength. There we go. Perfect. We can do it. We just have to be a bit more cautious, which is okay, actually. So if I go to... If I go to terraforming, we'll extend this out a little bit more. So we have like a bit of area to pull into. That's rubbish. Make that bigger. Like that. And then we can soften that off so it doesn't look so hideous. It still looks quite hideous. Like that. This needs softening big style. I hate the fact that's on a massive hill. We'll have to take that tree out. But what we can do is we've got this slope. So if I right click up here, it says that's the level I want to get to. So then if I start down here, we can do that. And it will slope it up. A bit like cities have a similar thing, if I remember correctly. And then we can do that. We can soften it off. Lovely. So that gives us a nice slope. Oh, trees. That gives us a nice slope down. And then we just have to repaint the meadow in. And you'd never know we'd changed anything. See? Lovely. Although I do think this area here, I would like a bit of gravel. I love the gravel texture on this game. And the sound it makes when you drive across it. If we go right down, where's my favourite gravel? There. we'll put a little bit of gravel in there. Just for us to pull onto. Maybe it's just like a little dropping off area where you can just pull up into. Yeah, I like that. That's fine. Once we put some fencing and that around it, that'll look lovely. Hey Roscoe, love your stuff. Keep it up. Thanks, Jordan Volt. I appreciate it. How are you? Oh, I like getting messages like that. Right, this stuff I'm just going to grab and put into the other one because we do want to get rid of this sawmill now. We don't need to. Right, grab that one, bung it over here. Can I throw it from here? Yes, lovely. The reason I have super strength on mainly is just because if you drive like an idiot and drive into a fence or accidentally tip your tractor, like you can reset your trailers and that back to the shop, but if there's anything on them, that stays where it is and then you have to reload it and that, so it's just nice having super strength. Are you not in? Are you not in? Are we full? No, we're nowhere near full. Wait, you just need to go forward a little bit, right? Uh-huh. Okay, whatever. Fussy thing. Hop in the tractor. I've broken it again. Hop in the tractor. So that's this area cleared, and we haven't actually put much wood in there at all. We've only put 11,000 litres. I don't think it's going to take long for it to process those. Tempted to remove all of these here. And we could take the field right up to the road, which might not be a bad idea. But let's not get distracted. Let's stick with the plan we had in the first place. There we go. I'm going to take the two furthest ones first. And then maybe we can pull those over to there and I can take 3 at a time. So grab the winch. Yep, tractor moves. I think that's because the wire touches the tractor and the wire's got collision. The more I watch this, the more I'm thinking it's still in development. Do you know what? That it wouldn't surprise me. Let's be fair, loads of games come out like that in the minute, Toxic. Another prime example, very popular game when it first came out, Planet Coaster. Planet Coaster 2 has not came out polished like I'd expected it to. I've pressed the wrong button. That's talking. But again, I think all of these games, I'm quite happy to keep up with them because they'll all get there. I have no doubt. Especially, I know from... Wow, that's a tough tree. That's actually pulling my tractor back. Wait, I think, if I'm correct... Can we pull it... Wow, what is that tree stuck on? We can actually lower our winch, right? Lower winch into the ground, like that. That might give us a bit more... Nope. Whoa, okay. Okay, why? Are you just... Oh, you're stuck on one of those stupid trees. Oh. The bane of my life is these trees. Can I not cut you properly? I just want you to go. No. Fine. What? Oh. Cut it down. There we go. That's better. We'll take the stump out while I remember. Is that working? No. Come on, stump. We don't want you. Never mind. Stay there then. Either way, they're both attached up. That was harder work than it needed to be. I think it's a pretty complex game too, and it's got to be hard to get everything right. I'm thinking about the weird stacking of items in Motel Manager. Yes, it is. I agree. It is a complex. Oh, I've left the other tree there, haven't I? It is a complex game. Definitely. My issue, Jordan, is there's been so many versions of it. It's not like it's a new game. They've had plenty of time in the past to basic things to perfect them, if you know what I mean. So I feel when it's brand new out and they've had so many different versions, I'm less forgiving if they've had a lot of other versions, because they've had plenty of time to make those mistakes in the past. And I don't know, I just expect a long running series of games to have more polish. That might be unfair of me, in all fairness, but that's just how I feel. For example, Planet Coaster, when the first one came out, like, that was their first go at that, and I'd probably be a lot more forgiving with that because it was their first one. I know it seems unfair, but my next big game is... Oh, that's not going to go in. Do you know what? We're just... I don't know how I'm going to work with this sawmill, because I can't just drag them in. My next big game is Atomfall even. I can't even read today. At the end of March. It's a Fallout-style survival game based in the north of England during the early 1960s. Actually, that sounds quite interesting. As I said earlier, the one I'm excited for is Civilization, which I will probably be being invested in, even though I think it's a ridiculous price. You'll have to let me know what that game's like, Toxic, because it does sound interesting. Reversing. How did I must have had a really long winch on this tree or something, because it seems to have followed me, but not all of the way. Right, can we tie that on somewhere? Yep, lovely. And then again, we're going to try and winch it in. It's not going to work. I wonder, actually, what if I release the winch? That's not release. Oh, wait, if I release the winch, try and... Oh, I'm holding multiple buttons right now. Wait, release the winch, drive forward. See, that doesn't make sense, because... Okay, wait, if I release you there, I've got a plan, people. I'm just going to use my winch to push it into position. That would work. No, it wouldn't work. Okay, lower the winch. Would that work? Oh, now I'm stuck on the concrete. I can't cope. Giants have been making FS since 2008. Have they? Wow. Yeah, so they've got plenty of experience in... Why doesn't it like this tree? Just go in. It's not taking it. Is it full? It can't be full. No, nowhere near. There we go. We just had to lift it right over. That... to be honest, no excuse for releasing a half-baked game other than laziness and the hopes. The modding community on this game are brilliant. I know, like, it feels like not many mods are coming out and people aren't doing it, but they are. So every mod that comes into the game has to be reviewed by Giants. And I think there's over 1,000 mods currently waiting to be reviewed. And as Giants review them and accept them, then they come through. So they sort of dribble through as Giants. I feel like Giants need to get more people on it. But yeah, I think that does keep the game nice and fresh, I have to admit. I use a lot of mods, as you saw earlier in the stream. Or you didn't, because I was on my own at that point. But you would have. That's scary. Roscoe with a plan. Yes. It didn't work, though. Did you notice that? Did you notice that, McWoozle? Yeah, I work with a software that relies a lot on community support, and it's great to see the passion and interest for it. But it makes compatibility and updates a nightmare. Oh yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, it's a bit like when I like. Is it? It's a bit like Euro Truck Simulator. Now I like the Pro mods. Oh, I've pressed the wrong button again. I like the Pro mods. But obviously, when they release an update for the game, then Pro mods, you have to wait for that to all be done. So I'd imagine vice versa. It's interesting in both directions. I can't talk and use a winch. I'm going home. No, I'm not. I did notice. Yes. The thought was there, Mick Woozle. The thought was there. May not have gone completely to plan, but... Oh, wow. We're really lifting that tree up. Okay, release that. Then winch that one in. Lovely. And we'll take both of these together. Now, I think these should have quite a lot of wood in. They're not the ideal tree for, like, commercial wood cutting. Is that a thing? Commercial... You wouldn't grow these to cut them down because they're awkward and all over the place, as you can see. You tend to grow like a pine or something where you can strip it down quickly, and the equipment is designed to be used with those sort of trees. But I think for quantity of wood, like an oak tree in this game gives you loads of wood. The issue is I'm sure, if I remember correctly, the oak trees in this game take 10 in-game years to grow. Where I can grow a lodgepole, is it called? Bit like a pine. I can grow that in 2 years. And it's straight and easy to deal with. Oh, see, that one went in really easy then. Did you see that? I had 2 trees together. One went in easy. One it's just decided it doesn't like. Let's try my other plan. So this is my other plan. Are you watching, Mick Woozle? A plan that might work. Right, so if I... Oh, look at that. How have... No, that's not allowed. I can't be having floating building bits. We'll fix that in a minute. I need to do this plan. If I take the winch over to that side, tie it onto there, then press K. Ha ha ha. Yes, it worked. It worked. Oh, that's long-winded, but it did work. Oh no, I know I've got things to do, but that's going to drive me mad, that little floating bit of concrete. I did notice with bated breath. Right, have we got all of the trees now? No, there's still trees here. We're going to have to cut a lot more trees down. Now we've got that new sawmill. Something that might be worth considering is starting a do they call it an orchard? If you grow trees to cut them down, would you call it an orchard or would you call it something else? Oh, look, we've got more of these small ones here. Orchard, see, that would be good. Fruit trees. I find it weird we don't have anything like that. Hooray! Yes, celebration. So, Jordan, you say you work with software that relies a lot on community support. What sort of software is that then? Just out of interest. I'm sorry. Is this tree not good enough for you, Sawmill? You don't want it? No? Should I just move it forward a tiny little bit? I'm having a conversation with a sawmill. I finally lost it. Right, run all the way back. I think we got one more tree, then we can actually do the field. I thought, oh, this will be an easy job. Pull all the trees in, do the field, will be done in no time. Uh-huh. Right, that's the last tree, right? Yes. For now. And obviously, these are jobs you can't give to the worker to do. I seem to remember they were bemoaning lack of orchards years ago. Yes, if I remember correctly, in the last game, someone did a mod for orchards, and I loved it. No, they did, because we were playing on, me and my friend were playing on No Man's Land, which again is, I like mods like this, which are just big and open, and I can build what I like. Yeah, I like playing on mods like that. Maps like that, and I'm sure they had an orchard one, and you could choose different trees and it would grow literally an orchard of those trees. It was amazing. And then it would produce little baskets of fruit. And I just think, if a modder can do it, why can't giants? Oh no, what's that done now? Like, why? Why have you moved? And now you're going to... Never mind, take that off. You didn't see that. It's called Foundry. It's a virtual tabletop for tabletop role-playing games like Dungeons and Dragons, and the systems that are created for it are created by members of the community. Oh, nice! I've never ever played Dungeons and Dragons. I always feel like I'd enjoy it, but that would involve me meeting new people and actually getting out there and doing it. Tabletop games. So it's only role-playing games. But the devs of Foundry will release systems breaking bugs that seem senseless and destructive when they release. Okay. So devs are quite annoying then. Will release system breaking bugs that seem senseless. Okay. I'd imagine that could get quite frustrating. Right, we're done. Let's put the winch here, because we are going to clear out all this side and bring that road through here and extend this field eventually. I think you'll really like... You can also find groups on games, find a website like Start Playing Games. I may have to check it out at some point. I think they're brilliant idea, those sort of games. You can let your imagination run wild, play the part as like to your heart's content. Lovely. And I am a fan of just any tabletop games, like prime example, over Christmas and New Year. Spent a lot of time playing tabletop games. I made my family on New Year's Eve play just games in general, right? So I just think it's lovely for a family to get together and play games. So I made them play Herd Immunity. This was New Year's Eve. Herd Immunity and Sounds Fishy. And then on Boxing Day, I had them playing Doomlins. And what else did we play? Doomlins. Oh, it's a drawing game. You each get a pad, and it's like Chinese whispers, but drawing. It's brilliant. Such a good game. And I've got the After Dark version. Maybe we should get Cam and Aaron into D&D. Then there's be 4 of us. We could play it at your place, maybe. I actually think Aaron already likes D&D. I'm sure he does it online. I may be wrong, Toxic, but I'm sure he does. But yes, I'd happily give that a go. I'm not sure Cam would be up for it. Pictionary? No, it's not Pictionary. You each have a pad, and then you get a card with like your word on it. So, for example, it's an After Dark version. So say it says tampon. So then you have to draw a tampon and then pass your book to the next person. And they have to look at your picture and guess what it is. And then they pass the book to the next person, and that person has to use their guess to draw their picture, and then it goes all the way around the table till it gets back to you, and you get points. You give out a point for your favourite picture in your book. You give out a point for your favourite guess, and then if your book finishes with the same word it began with, or same phrase, or whatever it is, you get a point yourself. And then you do that for 3 rounds, and then add up the points. Really good fun. And I remember my mum said, well, I can't draw. And I went, yeah, but that's the best thing about it, because that makes it even funnier. I remember there was, I can't remember what it was, but my mum drew 3 bum holes, which was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. Just a good old fun game. I also like Settlers of Catan and Small World. I've got loads in the cupboard, loads. If Pictionary and Chinese Whispers had a baby, yes, very much so. Yes. Oh, something made a noise then. Ace J13, hello. How are you? Thanks for stopping by. Wonder what other games, if they had a baby, would be good. Yeah, think of 2 games that's not had a baby that should have a baby. We used to game all the time as a family, but many years ago now, I don't know the newer games. Yeah, but I even like most Saturday nights we'll go around, my partner's granddad's and Toxic lives there, who's my partner's uncle, and we'll play card games. And like we'll play Chase the Lady, Sergeant Major, things like that. Even that, it's just fun. It's nice spending time as a family, I think. Great, how are you? I'm very good, thanks. Just ploughing in a terrible way while I talk. I try to be so professional, and then I start talking and it all goes out the window. Monopoly and Battleships should have a baby. Oh, Toxic, how would that work? I sort of want to see that. Monopoly and Battleships having a baby. Because I have to say, I don't mind Monopoly, but I know most people I know will say, no, we're not playing Monopoly. Considering it's probably the most bought game, I bet almost, like, I reckon 80% of the households in the UK have Monopoly in it. It's probably the least wanted to play game. I also like, for basic games, I like, what's the one? Game in Life. That's also a good one. You just stream this game or some other games too. This is my second stream in many, many, many years. So the first stream was Farming Simulator and I'm just continuing it. But I'm quite happy to stream other games. I just chose Farming Simulator to start with because obviously I haven't streamed in a long time and it's quite an easy game to play whilst you chat. But yeah, as I've said earlier in the stream, I'm quite happy to stream other games. I do many, I cover many games on my YouTube channel. So it's not like I'm very much stuck to one game. Anyone who watches my YouTube channel knows I'm quite happy to do a big variety. You get to blow up other people's property to take it over. Yes, but will it be a guessing game like Battleships? It's not like a guaranteed blowing it up, right? You'd have to say like F7 or something. Oh. Wait, I keep getting noises. What? What? Twitch followers. I'm getting Twitch followers, and that's what those noises are. I don't seem to have a notification come up for it, which I need to look at, but I am getting a little ding. Welcome. Turn you round. God, look at the mess I've made of this field. McWoozle, I didn't know you were dual streaming. Yes, I am, yeah. I'm dual streaming. That makes it sound exciting, doesn't it? Well, I figure I might as well stream on both. I didn't know 'twas me. Oh, 'twas me. Hi. No, just the battleship part. Maybe having... Wait. Maybe having to roll a 6 on a property you want to take over. So... The battleship's a monopoly baby. Let me get this right, Toxic. The only thing we're taking from it is blowing things up. We're not taking the layout of the ships or the guessing game or anything like that. Just blowing things up. Oh, what about game of life and risk? That could be an interesting baby. Right, so let's zoom out. That is our field done. Obviously, we are limited to the edge of our property here. I would like to bring this road round here. So we'll put a bend in it, bring it round, and then we can take all these trees out and extend this. But this is going to be our poplar field to start off with. So we'll have 3 fields of wheat, which we can sort of diversify later on. And then we'll have poplar in here because it's a good money maker. Probably one of the best money makers. It looks like, looking at the top right of my screen, we're on £7,000, which means our sawmill is already making money. Does it give me information? Where do I have to go for information, sawmill? I don't. Normally it tells me in the bottom right what's in it. This one does not. Can I have a look in here? No, just no. Use the menu like everyone else. We've got 729 litres of wood chips, 114 litres. Yeah, so it is producing and then it's selling because we've got it set to sell because we have no equipment at the moment. Well, there is a Monopoly. There is a battleship in Monopoly, so maybe Waddington. Oh, yeah, there is a battleship. Well, yeah, it depends which version you get. The ones I remember is a battleship, an iron, top hat, dog. I think they introduced a cat at some point, but that's not what I would think as the classics. And I'm sure they added a T-Rex, which is even more interesting. I think they should have done they should just do sets that you can buy separately so you can mix it up a bit. You could have an entire dinosaur set. You could have T-Rex and Triceratops and Stegosaurus. All the basic ones, of course. You have to find out who invaded. And a racing car. There was a racing car. That is correct. And a thimble. Don't forget the thimble. Which reminds me of Peter Pan, right? Yeah? Thimble was important in that, if I remember correctly. Wendy gave him a thimble. How's this sawmill doing? Because we want it. Yeah, see, when I go up to this one, look, if you look in the bottom right, it gives me all the information. It's still got plenty of wood in, so we're not doing that for the time being. Let's have a look. I could do with putting lime down on the field before I put the poplar in. But I don't actually know if that affects it. Because poplar's not like other crops. So, for example, the wheat, we're going to look after, then we're going to harvest it, and then we're going to plough the field, like cultivate the field and replant. Poplar just stays in there all year round, and once it gets to a certain size, you harvest it, and then it starts all over again. So we might not have to. But it is going to tell me to, right? Yeah, needs lime. Do you know what? We'll do it just in case we have to, but I'm not entirely sure. Oh, look at the mud on my tyres. They need a good clean. PBS did a great documentary about Monopoly recently. I bet that was really interesting, actually, because I'd imagine Monopoly is one of the big games. Like, I can't imagine many other games have sold the quantity that Monopoly has. Hello, farmers. I just got this game for Christmas. Hi, Thomas Collins. Are you enjoying the game? Game of a life and escape from Colditz. Again, interesting combination. I've just driven into a tree because I was looking across on my other screen. Oh, my windscreen wipers come on automatically. It's very rare I drive in this view. Because, as I said earlier, I feel like I'm far too high up in the seat. Can we, like, change... I want to go down a bit. I just feel like I'm looking at the ceiling. Yeah, can't drive like that. Yes, I am enjoying the game, but I am taking a break for today. I'm colouring. Oh, nice. What's the picture you're colouring? I spend far too much time on this game, if I'm honest. It's just so... Like, when I finish work and I come home, it's lovely just to put my farm on, toodle around doing bits and pieces. I think I annoy my friend who I play with, because he probably wants to just get on with it and move the months along, and I've always got this list of little jobs I want to do. I'm a plodder farmer. Right, we're going over this way because we're going to get a spreader and we're going to get some lime, and we're going to... Because I don't replant the poplar, I figure if I do have to lime it, we'll do it now. The other fields weren't so much of an issue because we're going to replant them. So before we replant them next time, now we've got money coming in. We're almost up to 10 grand already. See, that sawmill was worth it. Yeah, before we replant them, then we'll lime them. So it makes sense. But the poplar, because we don't replant it, we won't get that opportunity again. I think Monopoly actually began as a folk game and was remade and changed over the years. That wouldn't surprise me, actually. That wouldn't surprise me at all. I bet there are not many people who have escaped from Colditz. I know. We couldn't get it into... What's that a game then, was it? It's from RJ Hampson's Hide and Seek Colouring. I'm colouring this book belongs to Paige. Colouring seems to have become very popular recently. Right, what have we got in the sale? We've got that's for carrots, like carrots, parsnips. I'm not going down that route yet. Like, look at that thing. To harvest a field of carrots, it takes one row at a time. So if you had a massive field, imagine how long that would take you. It has no storage on it, so you have to be harvesting and someone driving next to you with a trailer. That just seems far too much hard work. Trailers. See, now that's a auto loader for bales. Again, I'm not going to lie, I'm a fan of auto loadering when I'm playing for myself. Just because you produce so many pallets in this game. If you don't sell them and you want to keep them, it takes forever to load up a trailer. Add some lemon too, so that you can buy the Sprite production building. See? If we had an orchard, that would possibly be a thing. We played it as kids, quite a difficult prison break board game to play as an 8-year-old. I can imagine it was. Yeah, they had this incredible Pokemon colouring book at the store the other day. Was really tempted to get it. I'd have got that. I'm not going to lie. I love Pokemon. I would definitely have got the Pokemon one. Yes, it was. Yeah. Wow, okay. I'm getting distracted. We would like a spreader, a fertilizer spreader. That's my favourite. And I think if I'm least... Like, these run out really quickly. Looks like a really cool game, to be honest. What's that one? How much is that going to cost me to lease? Just out of interest. Just over 2 grand. I feel like we won't have to stop. We'll just be able to do it all in one go. This one, the likelihood is we're going to run out 2 or 3 times. And how much does that cost to lease? Just out of curiosity. Yeah, so it's only £1 grand more to do it all in one go. Yeah, I'm going with that. Right, let's go for our favourite tyres. Makes no difference. Do we want a spreading disc? Probably, but that's going to put the lease up even further, right? Yeah, that's an extra 500 on the lease for that. That's the only spreader that spreads lime and fertilizer right now. Oh, yes, of course it is. Those only do fertilizer. I'm thinking of the modded we used to have one like that in the old game that was modded. Exactly the same, I think, that you could do both with, if I'm correct. That one you can, but again, I've used that one. It runs out really quick. So I'm just going with that one. We'll just go with the good old faithful. We'll put the tyres I like on it. Spreading discs, yeah, why not? Let's splash out. We've started to make some money. Yes, okay. And then I want some lime. How much do I want? 2 bags? 3 bags? Doesn't matter. We can always unload it if we bought too much. I don't lime. Like, I always lime, but I tend to have more money, so I just fill it up, basically. There's me trying to pick up the lime bags without the actual spreader. Oh, I was going to say that was a terrible reverse in there, but it did work. Right, put her up, fill her up, or jump out of the tractor, of course. Right, whilst that's doing, I'm going to drink me cup of tea. There we go. Fill it up one by one. Basic things like this we will buy once we get the money. Not going to lie, I'm actually really enjoying streaming. It's never been a thing that I've enjoyed before. But this is my second live streaming. We did one last Wednesday. I've really enjoyed them. I could probably do this more, in all fairness. So we could cover other games. I asked earlier in the stream what games people would like to see me live stream. And if I remember correctly, McWoozle said, right, this is going to test my memory, Cities, wait, was it Cities Banished or Euro Trucker? Was that right? And then Toxic did a massive list of games that I'm not going to remember. Just get comfortable. Where I sit cross-legged, I sit cross-legged all the time. It seems to be the most comfortable way. Like, even if I'm at a dining table, I sit cross-legged. But after so long, my knees go, no, this isn't good for you. Uncross your legs immediately. Spot on, yes, see, McWoozle. My memory's not as bad as I thought it was. Let's put our beacons on so they can flash off the trees, because I do like the effect of them. Right, this shouldn't take that long. I am seeing a random tree stump there, which we'll sort out immediately, because I will forget it. Workers and resources. What's that? Chainsaw, please. There we go. Lovely. I think that's the only one on there. I don't know why, but I'm sure in previous games I ploughed and then I cultivated. I always cultivated after I ploughed, and I don't know why. Because I don't seem to need to do that now. I can just plant straight into the plough. So I might have just been wasting my time, which is likely. Maybe I've just done it because in my head that's how it was done. Steering assist. No field. Well, there's definitely a field game. Wait, maybe if I drive on to the field, this rain's really not helping. Is there a field now? Yes. Good. Oh, I did that for the worker, didn't I? The worker would actually probably be a much better idea because they're going to get it right. And they've only got 3 ups and downs to do. Guarantee I'll miss a bit. Where are you? Oh, you're going to do the up and down and then do the headlands, right? Oh. So, let's have a look. We need to... I'd like... Have I got money? Yes. So we could start planning this road out. So that bush needs to go. It's quite... Does it? We might get away with that. Let's go to others. Down to roads. Then we're going to go F. And we're going to bend slightly to the left. Or quite... Yeah, quite dramatically, I think. Maybe? Or maybe not. Maybe we'll go less than that. 15 degrees. Yeah, that bush is in my way now. Right. There. Perfect. That... can I live with that? No. Let's try that again. F. Wait. That one. 15. Okay, we're going to try and get this spot on. I always move it back a bit because it seems to cut the corner off for some reason. Now that... Which one's lined up? Because one looks lined up, then the other one doesn't. I'm going to go there. Yes. Excellent. Then this can go straight for a bit, I suppose. So let's change back to that. Oh, this is another one that doesn't line up properly, right? Oh, there we go. That's perfect. Then that's going to go there. That's going to be very close to that field now, isn't it? Yeah, we're going to need to do a much harsher bend, I think, to the left. And these stupid little bush tree things are going to make it very difficult. That's not lined up at all, is it? I don't know. We'll take that out and we'll come back to that. We'll get rid of these. I played a game on the PS5 Pro. Oh, you play this game on PS5 Pro? Is it good on the PS5 Pro? I'm very much a PC gamer. It's quite interesting, actually, because I'm mouse and keyboard through and through, unless I'm using a steering wheel. Where Toxic, who's just come onto PC thanks to me, he's still obsessed with using controller because he says it's better and he doesn't understand why anyone would use mouse and keyboard. We're very much on different sides here. So do you guys mainly use, like, what do you prefer, mouse and keyboard or controller, just out of curiosity? Be nice to see, like, which is more preferred. Gonna be taking off. It was a real treat to see you streaming. Thanks for stopping by, Jordan Volts. Have a good evening, afternoon, morning, night, whatever time of day it is there. I really appreciate you stopping by. Right, I knew there was another piece there. Absolutely. Yeah, I knew Toxic would. He's like, yes, controller all the way. PC stands for pretty cool. Does it? I always thought it stood for personal computer, but pretty cool worked. I can do red on this one. I don't need to carry this one backwards and forwards. Boop, gone. You didn't see that. Right, grab that one. We will have to buy a trailer at some point, and I can just strap these to it and move them all at once. Yeah, we're going to have a nice little road running down here, which means those trees are all going to probably have to go, because we're going to bring this field's going to come right down here once that's gone. I'm going to leave that one, I think. I quite like overhanging every now and again to make it more difficult to drive down. I use a Turtle Beach Stealth Ultra Pro Pad. Wow, that's a mouthful. I presume they sound like they should be one of the best with a name like that. Thomas Collins, controller on the way, or all the way, I'd imagine that would say. PC's, yeah, so controller seems to be winning. Oh. I suppose it's because I've never really been a console player, so controller's not... I've never had that. Like, I suppose I feel so comfortable with mouse and keyboard because it's what I've always used. where you guys have used the controllers, so that's what you feel most comfortable with. Don't get me wrong, I'd imagine if you've only used controllers for the majority of your gaming, going to a mouse and keyboard would be really odd. Do you not like that one? Oh, there we go. You're such an odd sawmill. See, controller all the way. I knew what you were saying, Thomas. Yeah, I think it's easier for someone to go from mouse and keyboard to controller than the other way around. I will agree with that. It's just what you're used to. Like, I love, like, when I'm playing Euro Truck Simulator, I can actually play that with a controller quite happily. But with the steering wheel and pedals is my favourite. And if I played this game more in first person, I would use a steering wheel, because that would make sense. But you spend so much time not in first person, it doesn't make sense to me. Right, I've got rid of that little one. That one's staying. This one needs to go here. How are you doing? Have you ran out? Oh, you're stuck, aren't you? I was just saying earlier, they don't get stuck, and you've driven into a Stop it. Sorry, could you not see that tree there? No? I'll just do it myself, shall I? I'm going to waste some, I warn you. Although, that wasn't a bad line, right? Wait, zoom out. Oh, that wasn't too bad at all. I'm happy with that. There's no better steering than the 4 arrow keys. Yeah, arrow keys? No. No. Drives me insane when I go onto games and they make you use those. And they're on the complete opposite side of the keyboard to what I want the controls to be on, and you're just sort of cramped up on one. No. What game is it that does that? I think it was Terminal 1, the airport building game that I've covered on my channel recently. And I'm sure that made me... I remapped them. Luckily, they gave me the option to remap the keys. But I'm sure that's set up to use the arrows. Right. I know I should turn this off here, but I'm just giving it a nice, decent coat. That last little bit, off it goes. Oh, he says, as he missed a giant bit at the end. Oh, I've missed loads down here. I feel like, see? I've clearly learnt from Clarkson's farm. Turn. Oh, that really struggles at that point. There we go. Turn that off. Right hand is for mouse, left hand for... Yes, completely agree, Mick Woozle. That is exactly how it is. Oh, I've just crashed. I can't read and drive. Right. We're getting somewhere. Let's take this over to our base of operations. Or drive it into another tree. Just go into first person, Roscoe. There's literally a million trees where you're trying to drive through. That's fine, we'll go around. I feel like I'm on a booster seat in this tractor. Right, okay. Then we'll unload here, because this is our lime, I'm not sending it back. We'll unhook it. We are now done with that for the time being, so we can send it back. I've pressed the wrong button. Go to the map. Click on that, return, thank you very much. Now all we need to do is get the poplar on the go, which we've got plenty of money. How much wood is in our factory? 21,000. It can hold 150. So we definitely need to look at that. That one we'll probably get rid of in the next episode, because next stream or episode or whatever I do. That should be finished. So let's get over to the shop. We'll pick up the planter. as I say, I'm going to let it plant the poplar between episodes because it's going to take a long time. First person. Left thumb for left stick. Right thumb for buttons and fingers for triggers. Trust you to chirp up Toxic. Oh, it's like a debate on what's better. We should go back to the board game crossbreeding. I do use controller sometimes. Ah, see? I'm not... Yeah, McWoozle uses it sometimes. I can't remember the last time I used a controller. The only thing I like controllers for is when you make your auntie or your mum play a game. I remember my auntie playing Sonic. and they think that moving your hands round controls it. Brilliant. And that's why the ladies in the older generation loved the Wii, because that's exactly what it was. Move your hands round. My mum loved the Wii. She even had that steppy up board thing and all of it. I remember back in the day, there was a camera for the PlayStation. You used to get the camera and then you did washing windows and karate things and stuff like that. That was quite good fun. The washing windows was easy because if you had a white t-shirt on, it would clear where your t-shirt was straight away. That too, I do use... Yeah. Was it... It wasn't... No, it wasn't the i, was it? That was the Xbox. I don't know, because the Xbox had a camera, but before that, the PlayStation did. I played the Lego Adventure games. See, yeah, Lego games are very popular and very well made, I have to say. I've played them in the past. I think I actually got some free on Steam at some point years ago. I tell you a game that I saw on Steam that took me right back. Buzz. Years ago, you had a game which was a game show game, and you had 4 buzzers that you could press the answers on, and they'd all be wired into the PlayStation. It was PlayStation, I'm sure, and it was great. And it looks like someone's making like a new version style of it, obviously without the buzzers, sadly. What am I here for? I'm here for the planter, the tree planter. Let's go down to trees. There we go. That's what we're going to plant our poplar with. We're not buying it. We are just going to lease it. It's only going to cost 1,400, which is amazing. We're probably going to need quite a few poplar, I'd imagine. Although, there's quite a lot in there. I might just buy one for now and then see how far that goes. So we've got our poplar, we've got our planter. Now we just got to put it all together and get planting. Reverse. I thought, oh, that's spot on from that angle. No. Whoops. Right, reverse that back. There we go. Load that up. That's it. So the poplar go in there in the box, and then it plants it with that, I presume, that wheel. Because this all lowers into the ground, as you'll see in a second. Right, we're going this way, right? I can see my white field in the distance. See, this is money. If you want to make money, poplar. It's really easy. Plant it once, done. Harvest every now and again. Reap the rewards. Look at our little forest and our fields, and I can't wait to get some money and put fencing and decorations in and more buildings. So far from that shop. I did actually see there's a mod. You can set up a zone and have your new products delivered to it. So if I bought this, it would be delivered there, and they charge me a percentage of the price more for home delivery. And that's quite interesting. I haven't tried it yet, but I think I might for my personal game, because once you get enough money, it doesn't matter if they charge you a percentage. So yeah, I'm going to let the worker do this, but I want to change it. So as you can see, let's press that. That's how it's setting it up. So you're going to have big gaps in between each row. I do not want that. We're going to go back to here. We're going to reduce that as small as possible. 1.4, 1.2. So 1.2 looks like it. And then press... See, look how many more rows there are. Like, I presume the game leaves a gap for a reason. But it doesn't affect me in any way, shape or form from harvesting it. So why would I not use the entire field to my advantage? So that's what I'm going to do. But boy, as you can imagine, all those rows is going to take ages. Right, so we started it up. Show us what you're going to do then, worker. And this is nice, because we're still making money because our wood's selling. There we go. Poplar's going in. Amazing. Oh, this is good. This is good. As you can see, he's going to take a while to do this entire field. So I'm going to leave the stream there. When you've come back to this farm next, this field will be done. We'll be at the point where we'll be harvesting our wheat, I'd imagine. Thanks for stopping by. If you want to see more, check out my YouTube channel. Got plenty of videos on there. And until next time, I'll see you again.